guys, I'm ChezPride and welcome back to another Sims 4 related video. And today I'm attempting to start wrapping up my review and gameplay review type content for the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies, because I do not want this turning into another life and death situation where over 6 months later I'm still putting out review videos. But before I can do most of those last review videos, I need to actually work on a pretty big build. So I decided to actually do that with you guys. So this is probably going to end up being at least a 2-part build video. If I planned it right, it will only be a 2-part build video. But I'm trying to prioritize this build because, like I said, I need it for multiple videos, like at least 3 gameplay review videos. So we're going to be using this build quite a lot in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully it doesn't turn out like my other 2-part builds where I start it and then it takes me months to get back to. My goal is for that not to happen because, like I said, I really want to wrap up these businesses and hobby review videos. But basically, I'm building a 3-bedroom and 3-business townhouse build that has like a shared like kitchen area, plus a couple little hidden areas. And on this lot, we are going to be running, like I said, 3 separate businesses. One of them, we are going to be trying to get all the Dreamer alignment perks. The other one, we're going to be getting the neutral perks. And then the last one, the Schemer perks. And you may have noticed we aren't exactly starting on an empty lot like I typically do. I normally don't build the shell of a building off camera. I actually don't normally just decorate shells unless it's a shell challenge specifically. But like I said, I'm already splitting this build into 2 videos, and probably both are going to be a little bit longer videos, and I've been trying to shorten my videos with my temporary situation in the living area in my life and not having as good of Wi-Fi as I'm used to. So I decided to go ahead and just build the shell off camera to kind of save time. So legit, I've just put down walls, fencing, and roofs. I haven't even put doors or windows. I figured we'd still do everything else together. But I will still go over like the layout and what the game plan in my head is with you guys first. Of course, the shell may slightly change. This is just basically a rough draft. I basically know what I want to do, but if some of the walls change, don't be mad at me. So I hope you guys don't find that like super annoying, but like I said, the only other time I've started with a completely empty shell instead of like either an empty lot or just a house I was emptying out and revamping was when I'm doing shell challenges. And I didn't make the shells on the shell challenges. So this is a little bit different, but I think it's going to end up helping me out in the long run. So in this video, I'm going to go over the layout of the shell and what is going to go where and what business is going to go where and who's going to live where. And then we're going to decorate the outside of all of the buildings. And then we are going to decorate the inside of the middle building, or what is going to be the middle person's space, which is also slightly the other 2 people's space, but we'll get to that and I'll explain that in a minute. But then in the second video, we will be doing the 2 side buildings and the basement that belong to the other 2 Sims where their 2 businesses are going to be. And to do this, I'm going to actually be bringing back a group of Sims from another Sims 4 business and hobbies review type video. So for the gameplay videos that I'm planning on making with this build after I'm done building it, I have brought back the family that actually sped ran maxing out all the new hobby skills from the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies pack. So that is the tattooing skill, the pottery skill, and the candy making skill, which in all technicality, the candy making skill is just the base game cooking skill, but I did it making all candy. And let me tell you, if you want to speed run like the cooking skill, get a candy making machine and build a tiny house, and that shit will go up in no time. But that is not what this video about. This video is about building this build. So right quick, I just wanted to reintroduce the characters if you didn't see that video. I'll probably go into depth introducing these characters and businesses when I do the actual gameplay videos, but I figured you guys would kind of want to know who we're building it for and what the businesses we are building are and what activities that are going to be ran in these businesses. So let me introduce you real quick. So if you didn't watch that video and you haven't already been introduced to these characters, or perhaps you're not recognizing these two characters from the show that they were based off of, basically, this is my Sims alternate reality version of Pinkie Pie and her two sisters, which this sister is actually the sister from the show, or one of her sisters from the show, but this sim is actually a sim I made just up all on my own, and it's supposed to be like her dark, twisted alter ego. I know Pinkie Pie already has the emo Pinkie Pie, but this is like her actual twin, not just her alternate personality. But they're all a little bit different. They're not all quite on cue. Pinkie Pie is the most on cue. She has the proper name. She looks pretty much just like her human version of the pony, and she is going to be the one that we're building for today. So basically, we're going to decorate all three buildings to kind of fit all three of their styles. And then we're going to do the business and the living area for Pinkie Pie. And she runs a business called Candy and Cupcakes. Obviously, she's going to be selling candy. She's also going to be selling cupcakes. Totally am going to include a cupcake machine. But the assignment or the business activities for her shop is just to be funny because, you know, it's Pinkie, and we're going to be trying to get the dreamer alignment with her. And then I did drink coffee and eat because I figured people are going to be buying sweets so they can eat the sweets. I'm probably going to put a cafe bar that I'm going to hire someone to drink or make coffee. And then I also put browse and buy items because obviously Pinkie's going to be making sweets and putting them out for sale. And then also I thought it might be fun to have like a little candy making station. Like I kind of pretend that like maybe like kids are coming in and making their own candy or something. I don't know. I thought it'd be cute. So that's the business that we're going to be building for today. And just if you're curious what the other two businesses we'll be doing in the next video are, basically her alter ego sister Pinkie Pie, which again, not based off a natural pony, just like completely, it was literally I made a twin and then just like gave her straight black hair and different makeup and clothes and changed her eye color a little bit, and that is the sim that we have. So this is Pinkie Pie, and of course she is into tattooing, if you couldn't tell, and her business is Inky Inks. And she is going to have this side of the building, but this top of the building is actually not hers. That also belongs to Pinkie. The bottom part of the building and the basement underneath is going to be where she lives and her business is. And the business activities for her is obviously get tattooed, but we also have watch TV and be mischievous because we're doing the schemer alignment. And also, I also put browse and buy items because she has a couple of ink prints that I want her to sell. But I also put use bubble blower because, you know, you're not supposed to drink when you get a tattoo, but I thought it would be kind of on cue for her to have a secret smoke room. Like, I feel like she would have a secret smoke room. So we're going to have that in the next video, as well as Maud's business, which is Maud's Pots and Rocks. Now, the video I put out with these sims already, she just maxed out the pottery skill, but it's Maud. She's gonna have the gemology skill maxed out, and she's gonna not only sell pottery, but she's also going to sell gems, and then she's gonna be giving classes on both gemology and pottery. So for her business activities, we have attend classes and lectures. There's going to be 2 different class areas. We have browse and buy items, do pottery, do gemology. And I didn't put a 5th activity for her. If we wanted to add one later, maybe we can. But those are the 2 businesses that we're making in the next video. And then the first video I went over is going to be the one we're doing in this video. But I wanted to introduce all of them because the first thing we're going to do before we go to the inside is decorate this outside of the shell. So let me go ahead and kind of explain the layout real quick. So basically on the top is going to be all living and party area. So because this is not separate homes, basically they're all going to be living in the same house, even though it's different apartments and whatnot. I only wanted one kitchen because they were all going to try to cook in, like, they all go back and forth between different kitchens if there's multiple kitchens. So the center room in the center building is technically Pinkie's living area, but it's going to have a kitchen that all of them will access, and they'll have her living room, her bathroom, and then this is going to be her bedroom. I have like a storage closet for like party supplies, and then also a walk-in closet for her. And then this area is going to be Pinkie's secret party area. So it's going to have a door here you can go in. It's going to have 2 restrooms, dance floor, all that. It has an outdoor balcony. I thought we might put a bar or something out there. I don't know. And then if you come over here, this is Maud's area. So Maud, this is just her living space here. So since the kitchen's in here, she doesn't have to have a kitchen. So this is going to be like her like living room, office area, her bathroom. I gave her a skill building room to do her own pottery and gemology in. And then this is her bedroom, and her entrance will be right here. This is her entrance hallway. And then this is going to be where she does gemology class, like the upstairs to her business. But down below, she's going to teach pottery back here, have a bathroom for her business here, and then sell pottery and gems out front. And then if we were to go over or on this side, Inky lives in this area. So kind of the same situation. She has her own bedroom and living and office area and bathroom, but she shares a kitchen with everyone else. And then this is the front of her business. So this is like her entrance area. You can come here. I figured she would have her own office that she does consultations in. And you kind of wait out here. Maybe this is the business bathroom. And then down here we have a waiting area and 2 tattoo rooms. So I figured she would have a tattoo employee that does tattoos and then her own tattoo room. And this is kind of where people, chill, watch TV. Maybe we can have some paintings out for sale. And then back here will be the secret smoke room. And then in this middle section that we're doing today, this is Pinkie's business. So we're going to have a big kitchen back here that's just employee only. It's going to have the cupcake machine. Then we're going to have the lobby where the candy is sold. There'll be a little candy making station. People can browse items and whatnot. And then out here, I left lawn room in the front that I'm going to put some little tables out that people can eat and drink their coffee at. So that is kind of the whole layout of the building. So since I built the shell off camera, let me just quickly kind of explain my thought process of what I was thinking when I was building it. So obviously with the main objective of the gameplay in this build being that we're running 3 separate businesses out of one household on one lot, you would assume you pretty much want it to look like there's 3 separate buildings on the same lot. But because they're on the same lot, they have to look uniformed enough to where it looks like they go together. So kind of the vibe I was going for was, hey, you're walking down the street and you look and there's a bunch of buildings that are tall and skinny that are right next to each other, that have a bunch of different buildings and a bunch of different businesses, and they each kind of have their own personality, but they do look like they go together. And with this, I'm kind of trying to channel somewhat townhome vibes, but businesses. And because of that, I didn't want them to be like super traditional looking. So I thought, since we played in the businesses and hobbies world last time, let's take it back and go to the For Rent world, because For Rent was really the first time we got multifunctional homes. And by that, I mean, like, For Rent, you can have two separate households living in the same lot, but they technically are living separately. So it's kind of like businesses and hobbies. It's kind of like the original idea where business and hobbies that came from. It's just all about living instead of living and business. So we are in the Tamarind world, which is not one of my favorite worlds and does not have one of my favorite build styles, but I thought it was more unique than the traditional looking builds and the modern looking builds. So obviously with the shell and there being 3 different businesses, each shell in each business is going to fit to the Sims personality. So the colors are probably not going to blend in perfectly with the world, considering these are based off of My Little Pony characters. But the shell does. The style of the building does, while still holding its kind of unique personality. So obviously the biggest thing you can see that similarity is the roof. I did try to do that zigzag roof here that you're seeing on a lot of these buildings. I'm going to also be doing the thick white trim to go between each building. But I also added this big, what I kind of looks like a platform roof, but I'm using as a balcony. But I tried to kind of do that because a lot of these taller, skinnier buildings have like roofs, but they also have like flat areas that you could like walk on top of possibly. I know these are all shells, but I'm trying to make it blend in. So I added that part. Obviously we're using it as a balcony, but we could put some like roof decor up there, like it's a roof balcony. But I also wanted to blend it in with the type of situation they have in the front. Now these have gates in them. I'm leaving it open, but I'm still sectioning them off that type of big bricky stone fence that sections them off. Having personal entrances to the house areas in these areas. So these are going to be gated off, but these areas are going to be the entrances to the building. And so they each kind of have their own fenced off section. I try to make it blend in. I'm trying to make the landscaping also fit in and be kind of uniform with the world. So the landscaping on the houses is actually my favorite kind of landscaping. So we have a lot of bushes with tall, skinny trees. I'm going to be able to take advantage of that and use that on this build. We are lining the house in bushes. I'm telling you now, we're doing it. Obviously tried to cut out some landscaping sections that kind of add some more symmetry. I like symmetry, and this build is very much not symmetrical, which, I mean, in a way, there's a pattern, which makes me happy, but it's not symmetrical. So I'm trying to do the landscaping kind of symmetrical. I added these middle sections. Obviously, these buildings more so don't have middle sections. Like, they're kind of bam, boom, bam, right next to each other, ma'am. But because these are going to be businesses and houses, I want the entrances to be separate. So I add these middle sections, and I'm going to be adding like glass roofs. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd make it unique. But that's kind of the style and thought process behind the shell. Now, the colors, like I said, aren't going to fit. The colors are going to fit the Sims. So the shell we're going to, I mean, obviously we're doing the whole outside today, but the shell we're going to do on the inside, the middle shell, is going to be the colorful shell, because it's going to be Pinkie Pie shell. So it's going to be the cupcake and candy factory type situation. And her favorite colors are white, pink, yellow, and blue. So, as you can see, not many of those colors are in this world. I mean, there's some blue here, but that's going to be very colorful. But then her sisters are very opposite. So, obviously, Inky, she likes a lot of black. Her favorite color is black. She also does like gray, white, and pink. Obviously, she's Pinkie Pie's slightly alter ego, so she has to like somewhat of pink. So I'm thinking a lot of black and gray, but slight pink accents, so like maybe like pink neon signs or something like that. But then Maud is very much like a blue, gray, black girl. Not a lot of black. Mainly like blue and gray. I could see her having like pops of purple, maybe some white, but I don't see her having a lot of white. I feel like she would have a very neutral, like a colorful neutral palette, but neutral palette. So black, stark, very colorful, neutrally colorful. So 3 different color palettes. So let's see if we can blend them all together. So I think the first thing I want to do is the roof and the wall color. And then we'll kind of see what we're feeling from there with like windows and doors and all that. But I think the thing I'm most nervous about is matching the roof colors and the wall colors in with the environment. So let's start with the roofs. And the very first thing I know I want is that big, thick, white trim from Base Game. I feel like this is going to make it blend in so much better. They do have their roofs where it hangs off and there's no trim at the bottom. I'm not 100% sure how they're not having the trim at the bottom. That is my only problem. And I like them not overlapping because the parts I'm making glass roofs don't overlap. I think I'm going to leave it cut off at the edge, but it still has that white thickness to it like these do. And I don't know what roof colors I want yet. I'm nervous about the roof colors. I do know I want the beehive looking. Maybe let's do, instead of doing the roof color, let's do the wall color. I know the middle building is going to be pink, and I know I want the textures to match. So I need to find like a pink that also has a grayish blue and a black. And I kind of think either stone or masonry. Yeah, we're not having a lot under stone. We do have this. And it does have all the right colors right here next to each other. But I really don't like the big blockiness because this was like, smooth sand down stone. So maybe masonry? We do literally have one for 4 rent. So I guess this would be the one to blend into the world. It does have pink. It has a light blue. I'm more like a grayish blue. We'll see how it works. It does have black though. So maybe this is what we go for. So let's go with the pink in the middle. So this middle building is going to have this pink all over it. I don't know if what I'm wanting for the middle sections, like the entryways into the building. Oh, the back is just so flat. I did not realize how flat the back was. All right, well, we can at least make it separate colors. Maybe I can do some columns or something. Maybe that would help. But we have this. I know this section obviously needs to be black because inky. Even though the top section is technically the party section, but I know I want the bottom to be black. Should we have the top part be black or should we have the top part be pink? I feel like it would be more uniform looking if all this was black, all this is pink, and then all this is whatever color we're doing for mod instead of the pink folding over to here. I wanted to look at 3 separate buildings, even though the top layers kind of overlap. There's like this like almost a white purple, same with the whitish blue. I don't know if that's too light of a blue. I was kind of wanting to go for gray vibes, but that gray is almost just white. And maybe this gray, is that too dark? Is that too dark? I don't know, I kind of like it. It does kind of have that bluish tone, which is what I was going for, like a grayish bluish tone. We'll make this work for now. I don't know what to do the middle one though. Like, I feel like they all like white, but is white too boring? I guess it does kind of blend in with the world nicely. So maybe we'll do the white in the middle. Just make it real simple. It'll match the stairs. It'll be all good. So we can do white here, 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 and here. Yeah, this is definitely going to need columns, though. Like in the back, this is not going to work. Let's see. I forget, does For Rent come with columns? I'm assuming they would. And it is like, yeah, there we go. Let's see. Maybe these? We could do these in the, ooh, those are more fancy than I was wanting, actually. Are these super, well, those aren't too unfancy, and though I did want it in a different color. Like, they're not as rustic as I thought they would look. Alright, maybe let's copy this here and here. Yeah, that's making the back look better already. That's 100% better. Alright, and we can, oh, it is not wanting to let me copy it right here like I want. The freaking things can be so frustrating on corners. Like, why can't you just let me place it right there? Like, why? I have to place it here and then Control 9 it? Is it not even going to work if I do that? Well, it doesn't want me to put a column there because it doesn't want me to raise it. That is so annoying. And even if I did put a column on top of it, it wouldn't look right. Why are you doing this to me, game? Does it go up all the way over on this one? It goes up on this one. Why won't you let me put a tall one here? Hold on. Maybe if I turn on grid, that helped. There we go. The grid helped. Grid always helps. The grid always helps. There we go. All right. And then now we can copy these back here. There we go. So we can place these. We can put one here. I feel like we need to put one here, even though it's not exactly fitting right. Hold on, let me copy this one for that. I feel like this one's going to fit better. There we go. And then we need to copy this one here. And then one more right here. Okay, yeah. I feel like, oh, that definitely helps it look like 3 separate buildings. That actually does help a lot. And also, does this rustic stone, I do like this fence, but I was thinking maybe, yeah, it does come in black. So we could put a black, oh, that's almost a navy blue though. I could also do a half wall if I wanted to instead of a fence, and then I can make it whatever color I want it, which is normally what I do, but I was trying to match the fence on the bottom, but maybe we just leave the fence be on the bottom. Like, maybe that's preferable, and then we can make, yeah, I honestly think that looks better. I think that looks better, and then we can do a half wall trim that's just white. Maybe a thicker one. We could go for a thick one. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I do have to put my columns back, though, because it deleted my columns. Okay. Put a column there and a column there. There we go. All right, that's better. That's better. And now, the concrete here, I feel like is fine. I'm almost scared to mess with it. Do we have a concrete that specifically is for rent? No, of course we don't, because that would just be too convenient, right? This one, the classic, honestly fits better right here. So some of the grass section and shapes may change, but this was kind of the main layout I was thinking. And I want the front porches to match the walkways. Yeah, that blends into the concrete better. And honestly, that is a better gray tone to match all of the colors. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we can do that. And then I really need a gate that's going to work right here. When I put down this fence, I was not thinking about what gate to put. And I don't like a lot of these gates. I feel like a lot of these gates really don't go with this. That's all of them are too short is the problem, or too tall. They don't fit the right height. I need a 1 tile one or a 3 tile one, and most of the I don't think any of them come in 3 tiles. Those are 4 tile. Yeah, there's 2 tiles, there's 4 tiles, and there's 1 tiles. There's not 3 tiles. We do have this for rent one that kind of makes it look like a separate door, but it's not the right width. I want it in the middle. I guess if I really wanted to, I could use the for rent in the white swatch and put it here. And technically, my whole idea was to have a walkway to the entryway up here, but we can make it look like there's an entryway right there, but the actual entryway be right here. It would require making this thicker, which I wanted to have more landscaping right here, but maybe we can delete this and put some bushes right here. And those bushes would blend in, and then they still have the separate entrances to their home without it being part of the business. I feel like that's a little bit better, at least. I don't know. I'm also wanting to possibly add some more symmetry with the landscaping right here. So I'm thinking perhaps we could delete this section and then delete the same little section right here. Yeah, I feel like that's going to help on our landscaping. I know I did a little corner piece right there and there, but it's not symmetrical with this one. It was kind of bothering me. And honestly, we also need to add a white base right here. There we go. Alright, that helps. That does help. Can you tell I've been putting off the roof? I've literally been doing everything with the roof. I was like, I'll do the wall color and then we'll do the roof. And then I started doing the concrete and putting sections for the landscape. I need to just do the roof. I'm so nervous about the roof though. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the roof colors. Let's just see what For Rent has. We do have some colorful roofs with For Rent. Not exactly pink. That's kind of pink, but not really pink. I think it's the best we're going to get to pink, though. Obviously, this could have gray. This could have black. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe that works. That's going to have to work. I think that works the best. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I want all the roof swatches to match, and I want them to match the environment. And this is the roof texture that comes with the environment. There is also the metal roofing, but I'm just not a big fan of the metal roofing, and that really doesn't look pink. Like, that's even less of a pink color. So I guess we're going to go with that. Now, I guess since we're doing everything else for rent, we might as well do the windows and doors for rent too. Now, the top windows should be medium wall height. So maybe we'll base the doors and stuff around the windows. Okay, let's turn on a white filter. Because the trim is white, so I feel like, there's no white. There's no white in those windows that I wanted. Are these meant for short wall height? Yeah. There's purple and white. There's white in these. Alright, hey, maybe just the white filter is not working. Let's just look manually. I mean, there's kind of white. This is pretty much white, but it has color to it. I don't love the color to it. Let's see, what about this? This is all white. Why was this not showing up under the white filter? I legit don't understand. Okay, well, this would be an interesting touch. I mean, I kind of like it right there on the in-between parts. It won't fit on the bottom wall, so we can't put it around the door, but we can make a door that goes with it. Now, what about on this part? That doesn't come in a true black. All of these are like brownish. Okay, well, does it come in gray? It comes in gray and black. Does it come in pink? It does come in pink. It comes in all the right colors. This top area is actually going to be Pinkie's living space, like her bedroom and stuff. So I don't want to put like a ton of windows. So I want her to have her privacy. We could do something like this, though, maybe. I feel like that's not horrible. That's not horrible. And then we could do the kind of black swatch over here. Since we have this being a smaller wall, maybe we just put one and then we'll put a door in the middle. And then this, we can use the gray swatch. Now here, this is all one wall, so there's no real separation. Do we want... Because I'm thinking the party section, honestly, can have like windows, maybe like a wall of windows in the back. But I don't feel like we should do a whole wall of windows in the front area. So maybe... I don't want to copy this exact pattern because we're trying to make it look like two different builds. I feel like that looks bad. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I tend to overthink these things. Okay, let's go ahead and do the back windows because I know back here I want to do a full wall of windows. I don't know if I'm putting them up too high. Is that as high as I put them up back here? Do we have a window that goes with this? We do have a window that goes with this. Okay, they come into short wall heights. That honestly surprises me. That actually does kind of surprise me. That's going to make the window situation actually a lot easier. Okay, we're going to embrace the more modern side on Inkie's part of the building. Or Inkie, this is really Pinkie's, but it's part of Inkie's building. Could do these windows kind of in the back. Like, I wouldn't be mad about putting a middle stripe. So we have that. And then we could do the white swatch here. And bring that back from the front. And then I feel like these windows should almost... Okay, yeah, these are too tall. I most of the time don't match the windows to the building as much as I do the outside. But I feel like these almost need to match the building instead of the pattern. Because we already have this looking more like a modern extension. So what if... Okay, let's do the gray windows first. Because I feel like that there isn't bad. So if we put that there... But I feel like on this part where the pink window is going to go, don't want to put windows on this bottom part because that's going to be the kitchen. So maybe we can match the front with this side and do the 3 window situation. I feel like that doesn't look horrible. I'm wondering if this part looks weird with that window. We could do a center window. How does that line up with the wall? Horrible. That's just a lot of windows in the back, especially since we have no windows on the side. It doesn't really bother me on this side because, there's dimension, but this side is so flat. I guess we could move some columns to be right here. That does somewhat help. We could also... What if this trim, no, not the window, the trim, if we put it, it doesn't go as high as I want it, but we can still do it there. I don't like how it makes me do it in the back though. There though, I feel like we have to do it all the way around now. Really, I'm not going to do it in these middle sections, but maybe like the living sections. I like the fancy windows in the middle too much to do them in the middle sections. Alright. Now we gotta find the doors that go with these. There's also, I didn't put any windows on this part. Well, let's see. That's a bathroom. Maybe we should see what doors we put first. Okay, so let's just see what doors we have for rent, because I'm assuming those doors would go with the windows. Let's see. For rent. These don't exactly go with the windows I chose. Okay. And they're all short wall height. Okay, well, yeah, that's too short. That's also too short. They're all too short. Okay, these Love Struck doors aren't a perfect match, but they give the same vibe and they fit perfectly right here. Like, oh my goodness, they actually work perfectly. Maybe not for that. I like it for that door too. Does it come in black? We could put the black swatch for the tattoo shop. Let's see, hold on. I need, where's it centered? Centered right there. That's not bad. It doesn't come in pink, unfortunately. I could do it in the white swatch there, but then the black door would be the only one that didn't have that pattern, which would be annoying. So maybe I leave the bakery doors for that. But that makes me want to use the windows for rent around the doors. So let's see. Let's go to for rent windows, short wall height. And it was these. So, what, can I get these to work around the doors? I guess I could do that. Doesn't look horrible. And then the black swatch, maybe just one on either side of these. And we might want to actually space it because of the window. Yeah, I don't hate that. Though I do hate that there's not a middle window here. So I guess we could put a middle window there. Yeah, that works. Now we gotta find a medium wall size door. I mean, we have the base game door. There's always the base game door. I don't hate that. I don't hate the base game door. That, honestly, that's not bad. The only doors that's really bothering me is these. But there's, like, when you go to medium or short wall height and put on the pink filter, there's really not a lot of options. I physically can't put a medium. Well, I guess since I have a medium wall height, I could put a medium door, but my whole problem is that these are too tall. They're too tall. I don't want to put even taller ones. So, I mean, these are more the color, but again, they're too tall. Why are all the big doors for short wall height taller than short wall height in the pink swatches? Like, I just don't understand. We could do these. That kind of gives that same pattern vibe. So we could do, they're only a little bit taller. That's a little bit better. We could do it like that. And then, do we want to do the windows around it? We could do them in, yeah, see, the doors are so tall that the windows don't match. That's so annoying. Why do they do that? Sims, why? Just why? Like, why can't you have everything match? Because that would be too challenging, right? It would just be too challenging to use swatches you already have saved in your game. We have the greenhouse haven. We could do kind of matchy doors. They're not exactly matchy, but they match better than the other ones. So we could do that because I really want it like a big, like, fancy entryway to the bakery section because I want this to be very open and full of light, even though it's on the bottom and the furthest back. I mean, if I really wanted to do that, I could add some glass flooring into Pinkie's section. Oh my god, that would be so weird. Because I'm planning on having like this whole section be the kitchen, right? Let's see. Because this is going to be her bedroom and bathroom. So this is going to be a hallway. I wouldn't mind putting this from Island Living. To add some more light into the bakery, we could put these tiles here and make like a fun little hallway pattern. Why don't I hate that? I feel like I should hate that, but I don't. And it's just like, I feel like they're so randomly placed though. Like they don't line up perfectly, and that's what's bothering me. I'm too much of a perfectionist. I'm too much of a perfectionist for this. I could just make her bathroom slightly bigger, and then it would line up more evenly. Again, the shell doesn't have to be exactly how I left it. It's just that bathroom is huge. That's such a big bathroom compared to her sister's. But I guess this is also where most of them are going to hang out for the kitchen. So they would probably all be using that bathroom. So I guess we could put a door here, and that would kind of center. Is it weird to have the glass? I don't know. I think like it's funky though. I really want this to have more light. This does shine out into the store part. Yeah, it does. So that could possibly add a little bit more light. I don't want to put any glass in her bedroom or her bathroom, which is where most of the store stuff is. Oh, there is a freeze right here. Is that going to delete anything important? Or, oh, that was the doors. Whoops. I thought it was a freeze because I was looking at this. Nope, that's where the doors are. So we're going to put something there to cover that glitching. Fun. Okay. Okay. We need to focus on the outside of the building, though. I'll worry about the doors on the inside and stuff after we finish the outside. So I think that's all the walls and door. Well, on the sides. Did we decide not to put any on the sides? I feel like I always put no windows and doors on the side, and it looks, I don't know. Does it look bad? We could put just a center window under here for fun. That's a little bit more dimension. I just don't know if I want to do that on this side. I don't know if I want to do that on this side. Well, I don't hate there being a center window right there and there. I don't know what I'm centering the window to. Honestly, that could work. Okay, I think that's good windows and doors wise. Let's go ahead and do some of the landscaping. So I think obviously we want bushes. We want the bushes. That is the main thing here. Now, do we do bushes with... No. Let's just do our normal bushes. We have these, which these kind of blend in with those better than these do. And really, the deciding factor is going to be how they fit into this tiny spot when I shrink them down. That one fits good, which means this one's probably going to be, yep, that one's going to be too big. So we're using these. Okay. So we're going to put those right there. Do I want to do two so it fills in the whole thing? Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. So we can do two of these here. Like that. Alright, and then these have to go around. They have layered sections of bushes, which I don't normally do, but I don't hate the idea of. So, maybe we could put the two bushes together. I could also add some bushes with some flowers. That would add a little bit of dimension here too. Okay, so we're going to have to put that there and there. Let's see. Ooh, that's too far from the wall. I didn't realize it. Okay, let's put these closer to the wall. It is going to clip into the wall. I'll fix that later. I just want to make it look good right now. Alright, so we put those bushes there. And I don't want to put bushes around the doors. And I also don't want to put them in this middle section because I like the middle section windows. We can put it on the modern extension though, so it goes all the way around. I really like the ideas of the bushes going all the way around. So let's do them on these walls. Here we go. Bam. Boom, bam. We can make it go all the way down here. And then I guess the sides are going to have bushes with flowers. So we could use these white ones. Does it have different swatches? Do we want pink, yellow, or white? I feel like I kind of like the yellow because it's not exactly yellow. It's white flowers with yellow center. I feel like that adds a little bit more color. They are, however, taller than the other bushes until I shrink them down. So I might have to shrink them down, which is a little annoying, but it's just going to be on the sides. So I feel like it's not that annoying. And I really like the layered bush idea. I've actually, as many times as I've placed bushes, I've never thought to layer them like this. Like different bushes at different heights and stuff, and like different patterns. I don't know. I like it. But we don't have to do exactly what every build has. You know, add a little bit of variety. There we go, like that. Alright. Honestly, that looks not that bad. I actually kind of like that. Okay, on it. So, as far as low-lying bushes go, first thing I need to decide is actually what trees we're going to use, and then we'll see what goes with them. So, honestly, a lot of this world is using bamboo trees, and I kind of love that because I don't get the opportunity to use the bamboo in this game a lot. And you see, like, there's bamboo there. Let's see, this has bamboo. There are some regular trees too, but I'm really liking the idea of having some bamboo. So I'm thinking perhaps we can do bamboo in all of these corners. I just had it. Where'd it go? Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so we can have it like there and there. We can have it here and here. That adds some symmetry. I'm going to put a sign here. So I almost don't hate the idea of there being bamboo right here and right here. We could do a couple. We could like shrink it down and do like a shorter one. Like there. Maybe moved out one more. So that would add some shading to the seating areas. But I also want there to be like regular trees. So as far as regular trees though, we have like these like base game looking ones. So let's see if I can find something in base game that kind of matches the environment. That's almost too... Is that too big? I feel like that's too big, right? Like if I compare them to... I wish I could all place it. I feel like those are these just shrunk down to this size. So we could get nope, what tree was it? It was this one. Let's get this one shrunk down in either one of the corners here. I don't think I want to put that in the middle. But I don't dislike that for the corners. Okay, hear me out. We have this like funky walkway, which adds a little bit more room. And then we can put the bamboo more lined up into the center. And that gives a walkway in the middle and room for seating around. But we can also, I want to put a sign. Ooh, that one's not bad. I just feel like the ones that we got with the businesses and hobbies are too modern for this place. Like, I know this place is kind of modern, but it's not 100% modern. So what if we put the sign like here to block off the front of the pathway, and then we can use the symbols, the business and hobbies pack. Okay, so these signs here are black, but they would have all the right symbols. So this we have, so we have 3 sections. So we do pottery here. We need to do a candy looking one in the middle. This is the tattoo one for the tattoo shop, but they also have a candy, so we could do that in the center. Now those don't fit perfectly. I can't alt place them, so they are going to overlap a little bit, but I don't hate that. There's no words on it, but there's no need to have words on it when it has all the symbols of the business. I also should I label the business with like the white sign, like sized? I don't know. Because I feel like we should label which building's which. So we could put like the pottery sign here, and also I'm probably gonna put open and close signs on whatever the opposite side is. Okay, so let's find we have the tattooing one here. We can put in white, so we can put it like on this side, like that. I'm just questioning where to put the candy one. I almost want to put the candy one twice, just around. Let's see. Hold on. This one. Okay. We could put... What if we put the candy one twice? Because there's really no room on the front area of it, but we could put it here so it shows that the candy store is below. This open sign can be kind of in the corner because we have open signs. I don't know if I want to do a kiosk. Like I don't know if any of these buildings really need a kiosk per se, especially if we're going to be running 3 different businesses. We might want to just have the open signs. So let's find the open signs that go on the wall. So we have this. Well, this one, the center store should have this sign. I wanted this in a nice white swatch, but none of those are working. Maybe we do the yellow. Since one of Pinkie's favorite colors is yellow, we can put the yellow open and close sign. And then we can use the wall ones for the other ones. So I like the idea of this one having... Can we make it bigger? Let's make it bigger. We have the eyelashes on that one. And then we can just have, let's see. For this one, maybe this one. It's not white, but it has white lettering on it. So I feel like that's not bad. So let's go ahead and place that like there. All right. So they each have their own symbol. They each have an opening sign. And that kind of gives all the signage. So now we can kind of plan for where the bushes are going to go. Because I wanted to make sure the signs weren't going to get in the way of the bushes right here. And that kind of went overboard. Okay. So if we go back to landscaping and go to bushes, we don't have any hobby businesses and hobbies. So I'm assuming we wouldn't have any for rent. Yeah. So we're gonna just look around. Obviously, they mainly use the line bushes. They do have some of these tall, funky bushes from base game around. You know, these base game bushes come in white, pink, and blue and purple, and that's kind of all the right colors. So we could do them in white outside the tattoo shop. My idea with setting up the landscaping like this was to have corner bushes like this. So what if we did 2 bigs and a small, 2 bigs and a small, and the white could go for the tattooing, And then we could do the same thing over here, but we could do it in either like blue or purple. Ooh, we could do blue and purple. Okay, 2 big blues. 2 big blues. Because we're trying to go like with muted blues, purples, and grays for this one. So what if we did... Ooh, those purples are vibrant. Do we want that vibrant of purple? I think it's gonna do. And they also have them in pink because, you know, Pinkie Pie. So we can shrink these down and put them in front of the sign here. Right here and here. And then maybe we can add some bigger ones in the back. We don't want the zigzagginess of the path to be 100% obvious, but I want it to be there. And I think that's pretty symmetrical. I feel like that's a good symmetry. And then when we put like seating and stuff out here, it'll look a little better. Maybe we can also put 1 big in each one of the corners. It kind of goes over onto the concrete, but I don't hate that. I feel like that's kind of realistic. Should we put like some cute little pink bushes here though? Or maybe even some the low-lying bushes don't want to fit very well here. I just feel like it's so empty right here. I feel like it needs something, but I feel like I'm kind of scared to put too much color. Let's see, what if we like literally look at flowers? We could like look at white flowers to go here. I feel like that doesn't look horrible. We could do like a bunch of little ones right here in front of these funky windows. I originally wanted no landscaping there, but I feel like a little bit of landscaping looks better than no landscaping, right? So we could put all these here. Bam, boom, bam. I think that's good, ma'am. Do we want to try to add some bamboo bushes or trees back here? We have these bamboo trees we could shove right in the corner of these bushes. We kind of try to make them blend in a little bit where they're combining. So right in the corner. And also this bush can be all placed a little bit better to make it a little bit more even. There we go. Should I make the bamboo trees in the back bigger? I feel like it just needs something. Oh, that was not the right thing to size up. I was wanting to size this up. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. It kind of makes the palm trees in the back that are big blend in with this build a little better. I think that could work. I think we can make that work. So we could place that right in the corner of this bush. Try to get where you can't see the edges. Okay. Alright, so is that too much concrete for the front? I feel like the front of the store should have a bunch of concrete. Maybe we could add some more landscaping into these corners. So let me put down the grid, and maybe we can delete, like, nope. Nope. I can't delete one tile at a time. Apparently not. What if we put meh. Okay. Well, I can just put grass tile down. That would make it easier, I guess. Okay. So maybe on these, since we're trying to make these look a little bit more symmetrical with each other. I don't love that. I don't love that on that side. But we'll make it work. And then we can just add maybe more of these bushes right in here. So we can add some big ones in the corners. And then maybe some smaller ones all around them. So we could do... Ooh, we can even get even smaller ones. So we shrink these down to what I'm already calling the small ones. And then bam, boom, bam, 2 sizes down, ma'am. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay, we're going to repeat that over here. So let's go ahead and shrink it down and place. I don't want to cut into the wall. I know we're going to have to deal with it cutting into the wall all in some of these buildings, but I don't want to deal with that right now. All right, and then shrink it down twice. Yes, I feel like this is covered more on the other side. Yeah, that's cute. I feel like that's cute. Pretty as symmetrical as I can get it. And then maybe over here we can do big purple ones and smaller blue ones to kind of, bring a little bit of reverse pattern here. You gotta have both colors there. Alright, so we could do that, and shrink it down here. There we go, that's cute. And then we're just gonna repeat the same thing over here. Yeah, that's cuter. Alright, so more landscaping out front. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna do on these outer buildings for the 2 outer ones, but the middle one we're going to do a little more personalization with. And also, I might as well go ahead and put mailboxes outside. I think I'm just going to do some wall mailboxes, make it simple, and I'm going to do them on the inside of these gates. So I think probably, let's see, where's Pinkie? Where did I decide? Is Pinkie gonna enter? I guess her entrance for her room should be more on this side. So she'd probably come up these stairs because this is her party area. So this would probably be more Maud's entrance by herself over here. So I'm probably going to put Pinkie and Inkie's mailboxes both over here. And then I'll put Maud's by herself over here. So Maud, you can have a white letterbox. Let's see. I guess they all can have white letterboxes because there's not really pink ones. Oh, but there is white cat ones. Okay, maybe Pinkie would have a white cat one. And then Inky could have a black one. Just a regular, plain black. Okay, yeah, that kind of fits their personalities. I feel like that fits their personalities. We also do need some outdoor trash can situations. So, I guess let's go ahead and Business and Hobbies does come with a black trash can. I do kind of like the idea of them being white, but we could also do these. These are cute, but I feel like I overuse those. These are also nice, I guess. I don't know. I'm feeling the Business and Hobbies ones, and probably honestly just the black. So we can put, since Inky and Pinkie are going to come from this way, we could put 2 here for them. And then Maud can have her own. Maybe she can have one kind of like in that corner. There we go. Okay, so they each have an outdoor trash can. They each have a mailbox. I feel like maybe the business should have a trash can of their own, and it can be different than the others. So maybe, let's see. Do you have any fun ones? This is kind of cute. So maybe that's where what goes in this corner. We have an open sign and then a trash can. Because this whole area, what we're about to do, is going to be eating. So I think there should be some seating on the front porch. But I also want there to be tables out here. So I think, was it Business and Hobbies? Or was it for rent? Lovestruck? In one of these recent packs, we got some outdoor seat. Well, I thought it was with the pack, but apparently it's for the kit. So I was thinking some pink little umbrella tables out here for seating. We could even have like a 2-person table in the corner. That would be cute. Okay, first I gotta figure out what chairs are gonna go with it before I decide how cute it really is. And let's see. We have, I was really trying to go for pink and white here. Maybe we just use the base game chairs. Those do look nice. But we could put these here and then have corner tables here. So you could have a 4-person table. You could have a 2-person table. Okay, so I know this isn't technically an outdoor seating, but it's the right pink, the right accent colors for Pinkie's shop. And it kind of gives the right vibes. And it's under an awning. So I feel like these actually don't look bad. Like, I actually really like these. Hold on, where was it? This one. It's from the knitting pack, which I never use. But I don't hate it. So we could do one there. Does it have an accent chair that matches? Hold on. From the knitting pack. That is like one of my least used packs ever. I swear. Okay. Nifty knitting. Where is it? Nifty knitting. There we go. Ooh, it does have a matching accent chair. Perfect. Okay, so we could put like little accent chairs here. That's cute. And then, honestly, right by the door, I'm thinking a plant. Like, I'm thinking we go to decorations, we do a plant, turn off nipping knitting, but we could turn on pink. So we could have pink flowers by the door. I want like a big potted plant. Like, I feel like I avoid those, but I feel like that's what we need here. Okay, but why do these remind me of lollipops? And this is literally supposed to be a candy store. So it's kind of perfect. It's not the exact right pink, but it's kind of perfect. And then we can do like a long rug here, or we could overlap some rugs possibly. Because I don't think, well, there's the confetti. Oh my god. Why is that so perfect? It's literally a shop that is Pinkie Pie's shop. If there wasn't confetti rugs in the front, would it be Pinkie Pie's shop? I don't think so. I really want the confetti to be mainly focused in front of the door. Is that symmetrical? I know it's not going to be like 100% symmetrical, but I want there to be a little bit of an area that doesn't have confetti. Oh god. Okay, that's kind of cute. I could put some outdoor music, like maybe like almost lobby music, but outdoor music instead of lobby music. And we could put a wall speaker. We could have a little wall speaker, like from the Party Essentials pack. Put this one, and then people could literally come and listen to music or dance right on the front porch or something. I feel like Pinkie would want people dancing on the porch of her business, right? I know she's going to have her own party area, but that's more her personal, and this is more like, hey, welcome in. Oh my god, balloons. I know I said these look like lollipops, but should we put balloons too? I know this looks weird. But what if we lined up those? Or should we just get rid of the trees altogether? Because we could just do the... Nope. We could just do these here in the corner. Oh my god, I did want plants up here, but why do I love this even more? Like, we're trying to go for a party vibe. That gives more party vibes than trees. Okay, I was not supposed to be going for a party vibe for the cupcake and candy store, but it's Pinkie Pie, guys. It's Pinkie Pie, right? Like, it's just too perfect. We can have nice floral out here. Front porch, party area. Okay, maybe I'm going a little same with this. Okay, let's go ahead. If we don't get to the inside soon, I don't think I'm going to get to the inside. But I think for the outside of the build, that's pretty good. Okay, you guys, I'm not even going to try to play it off like I just walked away for a moment and I'm coming back and we're picking up right where we left off and all of that. No. It's actually the next morning. And I had full-on intentions on sitting down and finishing this video the same night that I started it because I've been putting off this build and I really wanted to get a good start on it. And that just did not happen. And let me tell you why. So basically, you guys saw where I got to the point. I was like, okay, I can save my game. We've pretty much done most of the outside, what I'm going to do right now. So we can just save the game, pause, and then we'll start on the inside. And that was my full intention. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to step away for a moment, use the restroom, grab some water. Did that. And I came back with a fresh mind. And my thought process was, okay, I'm trying to slightly shorten this video where I can. So why don't I go ahead and, since the next step I was going to do was just placing lights and doors, and that's slightly boring to watch, I thought I would just go ahead, place down all the lights and doors, and then show you where I put the doors. And while I was placing all the doors, I realized why the shape of the inside of the candy store is so less chaotic than the other stores. And it's literally because I forgot to put a bathroom for the candy store, which I feel like is one of the places that is most needed. I feel like you need it more in a candy shop than a pottery shop, but for some reason my mind just did not think to put one. So I was like, okay, so I'll try to fit a little bathroom in like this middle section here and kind of give some dimension to the room so they're not so boringly shaped. So I went to go do that, and then I went to go copy the light into the room. So if you've been watching my builds at all, you know I use almost the same light for every single build, and it's that little circle saucer. And I went to go copy it, like just copy one I had already placed, because you can copy and paste stuff, and it wouldn't place. Like I would click for it to place, it would not place. I was like, okay, that's weird. I would let go, the item would disappear. So I decided to try to drag an extra light I had because I put too many lights most of the time. So I just went ahead and dragged one of the lights, and it wouldn't place. And wouldn't let me put it back where it was already placed. So it just wasn't letting me put items down at all. And I was like, oh no, is it happening to me? I've seen this glitch. Is it happening to me? So I tried to save my game. And I knew it wasn't going to work, but I was sad that it didn't. So I sat there and I was like, there's no way this glitch is happening to me. I've seen it happen to other people. Why is this happening to me? So I was like, yep, it's happening, because I sat there for 5 minutes and watched the little save circle go round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and it just never saved. And anytime I've ever seen this happen to another person, they literally had to like shut down their game manually and bring it back up. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. Luckily, you guys saw that I had saved, so I didn't have to like do stuff that I had done on camera. It was just the stuff I had done off camera that I lost progress for. And I came back into my game and I did the exact same process. I put the doors, I built the room, and went to go place the light. Wouldn't place. It placed all the doors, but once I built that room and tried to place that light, it wouldn't place. So I was like, you know what? It's 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm not dealing with this. I am not dealing with this right now. I will come back to this once I have sleep in my system. So here we are next morning, and I went ahead and I built the room. Okay, well, first I instead of going through live mode into build mode, I went into build mode through the map view. So I don't have access to my Sims to like playtest anything, which is why I was in live mode, then went to build mode, but we're seeing if it helps. But also, I built the room first, then placed the lights, then placed the doors, And so far, items seem to be placing okay. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing myself, but it seems to be doing okay. Now, I don't know if it's the fact of me entering through the map mode. I don't know if it was me just turning off my computer for a while and letting it sit. I don't know if it was the order of the way I was placing things or if me copying I don't know what happened, but it seems to be working now. So it's the next morning. I have a fresh mind to do the inside of this building. So let's go ahead and finish out this build. But first, let me show you where I placed all the doors. I basically used the same couple of doors over and over and over again, but they all had pink, gray, and black swatches. So depending on whose area was where is depending on the door color I used. And the basement has actually the most interesting doors. So all the doors are in this little hallway. Like I said, this is going to be kind of like chill, watch TV, maybe buy some art or something. But these are going to be like the tattooing areas and then the secret smoke room. And I wanted the smoke room to be hidden by the bookcase door. So this is the bookcase door. I have the regular bookcases to kind of blend it in. And then there's the two doors to the tattooing room. And I pretty much use this door everywhere except for like entrance doors, like the quote front doors of the areas. But as far as doors going into rooms, doors going to bathrooms, doors going from workplace to live places, I pretty much use this door everywhere. But that's the basement doors. And then up here in Inkie's upper store area, we have the double doors into her consultation office, a regular door into her bathroom, and then we also have a door that goes into her living space. So I wanted all of them to have access to their workspace from their living space, so a door only they access. But then if you go into her living space, we do have so she's the only one that has an entrance to her living space from the downstairs. She's the only one that has this double door as her front entrance door, but she does have this double door as her entrance door because it matches all the other ones. And then there's a bathroom, her bedroom. And then if you go upstairs, this is the only other black door we have. So this technically isn't Inkie's area. The party area is still mainly Pinkie's, but I kind of imagine that Inkie and Pinkie would share the party area. Maud, I don't feel like would be into it. But we have the entrance to the quote-unquote secret party area. It's not really a hidden secret area like the smoke room is, but it's kind of away from most of the customers. They have to come in through the personal area to get to it. So I don't think customers can really access this. It's more of like if Pinkie Pie wanted to throw a party, this is where she would throw it. And for that, I decided to do black and pink doors. So I did a black door here that was about the same size as the outside door we used to go to the patio, but I used the same door I'm using everywhere, but in the pink swatch for the bathrooms. And then I repeated these doors into all the other places. So since Pinkie's area, the one we're decorating today, is going to be the only kitchen in the living area, I decided to do a big double door entryway kind of in its own hallway. I like the fact that the doors kind of went with the windows. And this is going to be the entrance way for everyone to get into the kitchen and Pinkie's living room. And then I figured since this is the main kitchen of the house, I would put the door to the bathroom so where everyone could get to it. I'll make it a little bit of a bigger bathroom. And then Pinkie Pie has a double door into her bedroom that's in the middle of these glass tiles we put. And this looks like a double door, but it's actually, this is her closet, like her get ready closet, and this is like her party supply closet. So it looks like a double door. It's not actually a double door. And then if you were to go down to her business, which obviously the business is just this area, and then this is going to be like employee only. This is where I put her entrance to her workspace. So I put an entrance into the hallway that is only residential into the kitchen area, and this is going to be like the big kitchen area with the cupcake machine and all. And then they have their double door into the sales area where we sell all the sweets, and we're going to have a candy making section. And then this is where I added the bathroom. So I figured this is a good sized bathroom to have like 2 stalls or whatever, and this could be like the business's bathroom. And that's what we're going to decorate today. But then we also have Maud's area. So Maud, she's going to have her little entrance to her little small apartment area right here. Like I said, this is going to be like her little private entrance. We have an entrance into her business, like the downstairs area of her business, because it's upstairs and downstairs. So we have a double entrance here into this part of the build. But we also have a single door into like where the gemology classes are going to be. So she has access to both the pottery and gemology section, but the gemology section she has direct access from her living room. So this, if we go here, she has a little entryway hallway here where her front door is that goes to her bedroom. And then she has her little skill building room here. I did an archway. It's the only archway in the build, but I like the archway. And then I did a little bathroom here. I'm going to put a little living and office space for her here. And like I said, this is like the gemology stuff. And then here's the business bathroom and the bathroom door. So that's kind of where I placed all of the doors. Like you can say, they all kind of go together. It's just like a couple doors, but in different swatches. But it took me way too long to figure out where to place all the doors. So I figured I would just show you guys, especially after all that glitching happened. So now we can go and actually start placing items and hoping they place. Okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but we're going to start out with the floor in the little candy store area and base everything off of that. So I know I want the floor to be pink. I just don't know what pink. There is this. Let's turn on all room. There's this, and that does match the door. There's also this, which I really like. I'm going to go ahead and place that down. Kind of give me an idea. There's this. There's this, which honestly I do kind of like that. Hold up. I kind of like that. Do I like this or that better? This is more pinky, but this looks better. I don't know. I kind of like that better, actually. There's also the super hot pink, but I'm trying to somewhat match it to the doors. I don't know. I'm thinking this tile. I always think, oh, I should use this tile somewhere, but then never use it. So maybe now's my chance. Should we use the same tile everywhere? Or should we use different tiles for different areas? We could use this tile for the public area, and then we could use maybe this for the kitchen area. That could be cute. That could be cute. Okay, now let's go ahead and place some walls. So walls, I'm not 100% sure what I want. Honestly, I know I want pink. Obviously, we're going like full on pink here, but we could do something like this. This is kind of fun for a candy shop. That's such a pretty wall color. Oh my god. What do we think about doing that up in the party area? I'm not against that. We'll put that down for now. Honestly, I think this wallpaper is the best we're going to get for that. Maybe we could find a tile that would possibly go with this. This could work. I'm going to make this work. Do we want to put this in the kitchen too? Honestly, I kind of like that. And before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going ahead and placing the main item down, and that's the cupcake machine. Obviously, if we're having a candy and a cupcake making place, we have to have the pink cupcake machine, because that was the whole inspiration behind this business. And then, let's see, hold on, let me turn on the grid. Okay, maybe putting it in the corner would be best, because I want there to be like a whole candy making counter section over here. So let's see. Can we find some pretty pink counters? No. No, we cannot. There's no pretty pink counters. There's these old looking counters. I don't like those. There's these, but that's not exactly the right vibe. I mean, it's the right vibe, but not exactly the right color. Should we just do full-on white counters? I guess white does blend in with the floor. And then we have to make the candy making machine happen over and over and over again. So we have this candy making machine. That's some pink. That's really the main pink color it has. We could also do like one ice cream machine. Or maybe we do a different area with an ice cream machine. But I do want there to be one section that's just so many candy machines. Because I feel like that works out well. What if we do a little island moment here and put the ice cream machine? Because I feel like the ice cream machine is appropriate for this store. So we could do candy machines, ice cream machine, cupcake machine, and then I want to do like an actual kitchen area. Because obviously you can make cupcakes with ovens as well. We also need a little cleanup station. So right quick, I think I'm going to pull some of the stuff out from Dine Out. Even though we're not making a restaurant, I still think Dine Out kind of has what we need. Here's the cleaning station. They don't have it in all white. They do have it these colors, which is not my favorite, but we'll make it work. So we got a couple of these cleaning stations. Okay, so let's just go ahead and place some counters down. I think I'm going to put a money trash can there. So we're going to leave that blank. And then I'll put 2 ovens there. Let's turn auto counters on. And then we obviously need a place. Why aren't the auto counters working? I don't know. I guess because I left a space. There we go. But anyways, we're going to leave obviously some actual counter space to cook on. But I would also like a double fridge. So I want a double oven, a double fridge. And then I really want there to be like a dish area on the wall. But all the other stuff also has to go on a wall. Hang on, let me place down the fridge and ovens real quick. So I think there is a pink set. Yeah, we have this. This is the most expensive game fridge in the game, but I'm not really worried about it because it kind of matches the color scheme we're going with better than anything else. I mean, there is also this, but this, I don't know, I just feel like these ovens look more correct. Let's see. That's not bad. And it brings in some of these pinks from the ice cream machine. So I don't mind that. I don't like how far apart these are, though. Oh, maybe we try to do some storage here. So this little decorative cabinet sized down twice actually is pretty much the exact right size to fit between these fridges. So maybe we could place them down like that. It does go over the fridge a little bit, which I don't love. We could bring it down one more. I would rather the fridge and the top of the shelf go together than these two be the exact same size and not clip at all. I think that works. And that kind of makes the weirdness go away. But then we also need oven thingies. We could do the big ones, or the walls aren't exactly tall enough for that because we're on the bottom layer, so the walls are at short wall height on them. What about this one? I feel like this is what I always go with, and I was trying to branch out, but I think that's probably going to be our best option. And then we need upper cabinets. So we could use, Oh, yeah, the upper cabinets are on short wall height. I guess it's because we're on a platform. It's not just because we're on short wall height. It's because we're on a platform. I keep forgetting that. Okay, well, I guess we can place the little shelves. Oh my god, they're so tiny. They're so tiny. Okay. Let's see. We're going to have a corner shelf, which is going to be bigger than I want. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with this. We could place 2. It will be a little clippy, but it looks like more storage, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. And honestly, instead of a full-on counter there, maybe we could do a cabinet in white. I don't hate that. And then I could still put an island here. Logically, they could get to the storage from there. And then we could still have 2 ice cream machines while still having an extra storage place. Maybe we can put a single sink in here. So they have a sink right there they can easily access if they need quick cleanup. But what if we could... I'm nervous to draw walls because of what happened. Okay, what if we did something along these lines? Like that. It would make less space for the candy machine. I'm almost questioning if I should do a diagonal. We could also, if we did that, do the ice cream machines right there and put the cupcake machine this way. That's not horrible. That's not horrible if I slide this out like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then we could also get another one of these cabinets right here. Okay, yeah. It doesn't want to clip exactly right with being on a platform, but that's not horrible. That's not horrible. But that kind of makes me want to make it even and put another counter right here. And then we can kind of have the dish pit section more in this area. So we have the actual like server cleaning sections. But first of all, let me place this wallpaper down. There we go. And then honestly, let's have these counters here. We're going to turn our counters back on. We're going to have 2 counters here. And then some counters here. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I want to put a counter here, but that requires me to move the door. I don't want the door like right in the corner. Okay, well, we're going to have to do with just 2 sinks. And I want like big sinks. So big industrial sinks like this. That's as close as we're going to get to big industrial sinks. So, I mean, there's these sinks, but I think like these look more restaurant-y. And then I would also like for there to be actual dishwashers because I don't want to worry about anything. Like anything. Like I just want to run a business. So we can have a whole dish pit there. We have a big kitchen here. I said I'd put a money trash can over here. Honestly, we could probably put 2 money trash cans over here. So we could... yeah, I could totally squeeze in 2 money trash cans over here. So even when people are throwing their trash away, we're making money off of it. Honestly, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Should I put the counters on the wall? I kind of liked the room being divided, but I also kind of like it being open. I don't know. We could put these back, and then what we can do, actually, have like a little quote-unquote like break space for the workers, because I'm going to make this section employee only. So we could do like 2 little counters, maybe like some cute pink chairs, if we can find cute pink chairs. That's cute. Okay, so we have the ice cream section and the break section together, and that leaves a little less awkward space. Okay, I like that. We'll leave that as the kitchen area. I'll come back and like do actual decorating. Maybe I can go ahead and put a fire alarm I feel like this place is gonna need a fire alarm, honestly. So let's go ahead and put one there. Maybe, should we put one? I don't think the candy machines can catch on fire. Can the ice cream machines catch on fire? Maybe we just put a couple around just in case. Oh, I'm so scared of it catching on fire. Okay, so we have that as the main kitchen area. And then, honestly, I should probably put a burglar alarm in like multiple places. I didn't even think about that till now. I keep forgetting that's a thing now. So I guess we can put one here for this, or should we put it by her door? Okay. You know what? Let's put one here. We're gonna put one out in this hallway. We're gonna put one out in the tattoo shop. We can put that here. I can change the colors of them later if I want to. We can also put one by Maud's entryway and to the business. Let's see. And we need one into our actual business. So we put one here. I think I put... it's fine. We'll do it like that. And then I don't think people can get to the upstairs without doing this. So I guess that covers all the entryways from the outside. Let's go ahead and place the stuff I know I need placed here. Okay, so obviously we have to have the bathroom stalls. So let's go ahead and get those. We're doing this for a bill, so let's go ahead and just use the ones from this pack. So let's go ahead and get 2 stalls there. Should I let them be separated, or should I try to scoot them and get... Can I get 3 stalls in there if I scoot them? Like, if I... Like, that's a legitimate question. If I... that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's just leave them separated. And then... Probably we actually need to move the door over. And then I will use these counters again. And we'll have some sinks for the bathroom. So I guess we could do a mirror. Let's do a mirror and see what mirror we use, and then we'll base where we put the sinks off of that. This one would really do us well. So we put that in the middle. And should the I guess the sinks, we'll copy this sink that's in the kitchen. We should put the sinks in the middle, and then possibly we can put like soap and towels over on the outside corners. And then I also need counters while we have them out. I wanted to make a whole little candy section, kind of like in the idea that like kids would come here and make their own candy. I kind of want to make like a little sectioned off section. So maybe we can do 3 here, and then 3 along this wall. Or should I make it even wider and put it like this? So there's plenty of room for the kids to make their candy. We ought to have every counter have candy machines on it. Maybe just put like 4 candy machines down. I feel like that wouldn't be bad. So we could put like there, and there. So that could be like the kids' little candy making section. But I also need to sell candy, and I need a coffee section. So I feel like the coffee section should almost be like right in the door. Oh, but if I put the counters there, it kind of interferes with the entranceway. Okay, the kids are just going to have to do a little bit of squeezing in their room, because I want the entranceway to be clear. So let's actually go to, let's see, where is it? Get Together. And Get Together should have a cafe bar here. An easy espresso bar. Yeah, this is the coffee station. So we can put that there because I did say buy coffee as one of the activities. And then everything else really needs to be stuff to place candy in. And I guess we can also kind of pretend this is like the checkout counter, even though we don't have an official checkout counter. Maybe they can go pick out their candy or make their candy, come to the counter, buy it, and all that. So we could have, let's see, do we have a counter? I feel like we have a counter that matches this in the base game. Am I wrong? Let's see. Hold on. Doesn't this match? No, that's marble. That does not match at all. This is the one that matches. Okay. So let's go ahead. We could do a little island because that's kind of what they have. And then, let's see. Registers. Okay. So we have this one. This one looks more like what we would actually use. But we can use the old-timey one for now, and we can put that there. They're not going to actually functionally use it, but we can pretend that this is like the checkout area. This is also where they'll get their coffee, though. And then we need to filter back by businesses and hobbies because I want the candy store section. So this one, unfortunately, was a reward that you had to buy it by a certain point, and unfortunately they all have gold on them, but they have the perfect pink. So I thought we could put a couple of these out here maybe. So we could put that one there, and I really want to mainly though use these because I feel like these are the ones that everyone has, so it's only fair that we put these. So we could put oh my God, all of this is requiring moving doors. Okay, I don't want to move the doors. I had them lined up like exactly how I wanted them, but everything, both in the kitchen and this, looks like the doors need to be moved over. Fine, I'll move the doors over. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Okay, but we're going to put these display shelves along this wall. And people can come like pick out candy and whatnot with them. So we can put the candy we're going to sell in these shelves here. Do they have a pink swatch or is it all white? I don't mind it being white, but yeah, it has to be white. Okay. I did want a little seating area over here. So maybe we can, let's see. How many squares is this? So that's 3 squares. So we could put like a 3 tile couch. And obviously, it's Pinkie's store, so it needs to be a pink. So let's see what we have couch-wise. This is kind of cute and comfy. It's not exactly the right vibe, though. And this kind of looks cute. I like this. And maybe we'll have a little seating area outside the bathroom there. We could have, let's see, how many tiles we have here. If we really wanted to squeeze it, we could have this like this, and I could scoot it to match the corner, or I put this like this, scoot this here, and that's more of a display shelf. Would I have to put a wall if I did that though? Like, I feel like it would be weird if I didn't put a wall right here then. How do I feel about that? Is that too hidden a space for the bathroom? Or does it make it too tight? I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of honestly like the idea of there just being an accent column wall here. Like, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. Like, what if we copied the paint? We can move the door just ever so slightly, shift the couch a little bit, and this section, raise the platform. Okay, so there we have a column that when you put the walls down, it doesn't go away. And it kind of has this like moment here, kind of leads hallway at least to the bathroom. I was thinking I could place these along here case we need anything for the coffee machine. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to make me move my alarm now, isn't it? Okay. Well, don't love that. Don't love that. What happens if you shrink the alarm down? Oh, that's kind of cute, but I don't think it'll work for what I'm wanting. I guess the alarm's going to go in this corner. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. So have this. We have this. I don't like the fact that this is the only wood color we have in here. That's the main issue I'm having. Also, I wouldn't mind putting a little seating area for a kid over here, since this is going to be like the kids area. Or we could put some kind of toy. Should we have a little toy section for the kid? That might be cute, honestly. Honestly, we don't have to do anything crazy. We could just, what if we did like a toy chest? We have like cute little pink toy chests somewhere. We could also use one of the fun ones. Ooh, this one's literally in the shape of a dessert. That's perfect. Hey, we could do like a little toy chest, and then we could have like a little, we have the freezer bunny, or like the little freezer bunny bear chair here. Oh, that's so cute. We could have another one here, so like two little friends could sit here and eat their candy together, and they can play with the toy chest. That's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're gonna have that. So that's obviously a kids section. We have a seating area by the bathroom. Okay, and then the rest of the seating, like the adult seating, is mainly outside. So I'm not too worried about that. I kind of want to put like some kind of rug defining the front entryway. So I don't want to do confetti. We did confetti outside. That's too wide. I kind of like the checkered, but that's almost too busy with the floor. Okay, so what do we think of this? It's kind of busy, but not in like a pattern busy way. It's basically just this round rug, and I placed it 3 times, and it kind of gives like a defining into the entrance. And I kind of like that because it kind of sections off like the buying section and all that. So I think that'll work for the entryway. Maybe I should get a trash can for out here as well, so they're not trying to go into the kitchen to throw stuff away. Especially, I feel like there should be one near the kids section. I feel like that would be needed. So we can put another money trash can there. I think this is cute. Now really we just mainly need to get some decor up in this part. We have like all the main furniture. So what do we have as far as like wall painting decor? Like, okay, obviously we have the cupcake paintings, which is going to be the very first thing I put. Here they are. Here they are. I was looking at these when I was in this section, and they're like right here. Okay. So we have these cupcake paintings. And I feel like these work really well in here, considering it's a cupcake store. So we could put those lined up like that on this wall. Or should we kind of section it off to where it looks a little different? We could do this one and this one there. Ooh, we could do these actually along these walls. So we could do these like this, so they're not like completely all right next to each other. Okay, if you're not a My Little Pony fan, this may seem kind of random to you, but hot air balloons with pink clouds for a Pinkie Pie build. And the colors of the hot air balloons kind of tie in the colors of the cupcake paintings. I think it's too perfect, you guys. I think we have to do it. I think we have to do it. I'm going to shrink these clouds just so we can have a little bit of extra clouds kind of fitting in. I'm not going to do a moon. Unfortunately, there's no other cloud swatches besides that one. I'm going to shrink this one down and use it again. But that's kind of cute. And that kind of shows that it's a kids section, honestly. Should we put more hot air balloons here instead of the other, like, shrink them down a little bit? Maybe that looks a little bit better than just these clouds. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the hot air balloon as kind of a reference to Pinkie Pie. And also, I saw a height chart. Ooh, this is not the one I was talking about, but this is also cute. But there was a height chart, but it's a pink cat. So I kind of like that. I know it's supposed to be a height chart, so you're supposed to be able to get to it. But realistically, they don't use it like a height chart. So I kind of like it as a decor piece there. And it kind of like shows the whole kids section of it. Should we put... Maybe we could put like a little rug to tie it in all together here. Ooh, what if we used like the little rainbow rug? Like we could do the pastel rainbow rug from high school years. It's this one. I always have a hard time finding this white slash. We have the pink, which is on point, but I kind of like the idea of the pastel rainbow. Like, isn't that, like, kind of cute with the pink chairs? And that kind of ties in more of the colors that I'm trying to bring in the kids section. So that's cute. That's cute. I just feel like this right here is so boring. Like, I know there's going to be people walking on it, so it's not going to be seen much, but doesn't it feel like it's just kind of boring? I don't know. I'll get back to it. Let's decorate the rest of the place, because other places besides the kids area need decorating, such as this area. Honestly, turn the pink filter back on. We already have some freezer bunny stuff in here. We could use the freezer bunny decals. I don't hate that. So we could put little freezer bunnies here. I wanted to put some kind of long decor here. I don't feel like a mirror would be the right fit though. But I thought it was some kind of like abstract wall piece. And we do have the streamers, the party streamers. And it's Pinkie Pie. So I don't hate the thought of that, especially since it's bringing a bunch of different pinks in there. And this is, even when the walls are down, it's going to be up. So it's really important to me that this be somewhat decorated. I also feel like I should put another light. Okay, let me put some streamers all along these walls and make it even in the middle. And I feel like we need to bring in another light in this corner. I know it's just a bathroom hallway, but it's not lit up well. Maybe this light gets moved down this way a little bit so it's not so bright on that couch. I don't know. I feel like that's a little better. Oh, now I feel like I need to put more lights in here. Okay, let's put one here and here. There we go. That kind of lights it up a little bit nicer. All right. So we have that kind of decorated. That's going to be full of candy, so it doesn't need to be decorated. Though I wouldn't hate the idea of we have those like wall balloons. If I don't shrink them down, I leave them the correct size. Unfortunately, they are going to clip through the top. So that's why I'm having to shrink them down, if you're wondering. Because they look like they would fit with the walls down, yes. But with the walls up, they won't. Oh, that's kind of cute. We have some balloons there. We have party streamers, wall decals. Maybe we could put some balloons over in the kids section. Let's see. These have rainbow vibes. We could shrink them down. Oh, nope. We can't because of the lights. Well, we shrunk the one. No, we didn't shrink the ones out here. Okay. Well, let's put some here. I can hide the alarm kind of like right. I don't want the kids to be able to reach the alarm. I know that sounds bad, but we're going to pretend like, I don't know. Maybe we should put the alarm somewhere else. I don't know where to put the alarm. That is my only problem with this layout so far. So we can kind of squeeze the alarm system in between the two front doors. That's cute. That's cute. And there's not a single plant in this place. I don't know why I feel like I need to put a plant, but what if we found some kind of funky pink plant that is small, tall, and skinny? Honestly, though, it's one of the few that actually works, so we may have to use it, whether it's the one that I wanted to use exactly or not. But we could put a little plant there, and honestly, I kind of want to use the freezer bunny plant somewhere, so I'm thinking maybe like in front of the register would be kind of a cute moment we could put there. That's cute. That's cute. That adds a little bit of greenery in here without going over the top. I just feel like a little bit of greenery really helps out a place, even if it's a candy shop. Okay, so I think honestly that's pretty good for the actual candy store area. So let's finish decorating the bathroom real quick. So if we go to bathroom clutter, let's take off the pink. I can look to see what's pink. I think the toilet stalls, yeah, they come with toilet paper on the wall. So I don't need to place extra toilet paper. We should probably get some towel. Well, I kind of like the idea of paper towels, which is actually in the kitchen clutter area. Like, I feel like for a public bathroom, paper towels are honestly probably more appropriate. And let's get some soap dispensers. Why do I want the rainbow? Oh, a unicorn. It's not pink, but I like it. I like it, especially since this store is really going to be the only store that is targeted for kids. Like, the other stores are going to have accessibility for kids, but I don't think they're going to be targeted towards kids like this one is. Maybe we can put a little broom in here somewhere. We maybe in the dish pit we could have like a little broom wall. Just while I'm looking at the clutter. Is there any other bathroom clutter we need? Like, I don't know if we should really... I don't feel like hand towels are the best move because it's a public restroom, you know? So we could... Oh my god, these soap dispensers are so cute. I like the rainbow ones, but these are also really cute. Let's see, do these... And they come in pink. Okay, maybe we get rid of these that I always use and use some wall soap dispensers instead. I think that looks way better. Maybe we just need a plant in here. Maybe we tie in some more plants for the bathroom, because I don't think I can think of anything else I really want on this bathroom counter. I mean, honestly, we're already using animal and character plant holders other places. We should just use the pink pig in here. I think it's so cute. So we can do some pink pigs. That's kind of cute. I feel like we should have something on the wall right here, though. Like something like a pink little painting or something. We could do this accent wall, but I don't like that as much. That's too nursery. I want something cute, but not like 100% kid friendly cute. Oh, but that's so cute. That is so cute. But I don't know if that's more like Fluttershy vibes. I feel like I always use this in all my builds, but it's just so good, and it's tying in all the right colors. It's the right size. Yeah, I'm using it again. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I overused that painting and this painting, but it's just so good. They're just so good. Okay, so that's kind of that. Let's go ahead. I kind of wanted to put some kitchen clutter in here. So I would imagine like there would be like pans on the wall and stuff like that. There's these, but that's not exactly the ones I was looking for. There's like ones I'm specifically thinking of. There they are. Oh my god, that took way too long. I found literally all the other clutter I was going to put down while looking for these pans. Oh my god, that took forever. Okay, so I was thinking about just these pans on the wall because I feel like all of this is really good kitchen clutter for like a dish pit. But I also put some like drying racks over here for plates and spoons, some loose pots. We have some drying racks up here. I also put a big spoon and a big fork on the wall just because of personal reasons. And also I put a little wall phone by the little break area because I feel like they could like take orders on the house phone. I don't know. I thought it'd be cute. The only other thing I wanted to get up here was towels. And I feel like just some wall towels hanging on the wall wouldn't be bad. I'm trying to find... Ooh, we could put these soap little scrub thingies right there. I know those are meant for bathroom, but I feel like they would work for that as well. Is there any other... Let's go to bathroom clutter to look for towels. I feel like that specifically has most of the towels in it. I didn't exactly want it to look 100% like bathroom towels. So maybe like this little towel rack here, we could put this twice. And that could be like where they hang their towels when it's time to dry. Could you tell I worked in a restaurant where I worked in dish pit a lot? Alright, but I feel like that's pretty decorated. And I know we don't need a plant in, a kitchen. That's pretty unrealistic, but it's an empty corner. We need a plant. I mean, this sized up is definitely the right height. Kind of has the right colors. I think we'll put that there. I like that. Also, I kind of want to put... I don't think if I look up sign, I'm going to find... Well, maybe. I was wanting to put, like, fake restaurant signs. Not, like, menus, but, like, signs that are, like, wash your hands. Stuff like that, maybe. That's more of a bus sign. We have no shoes, but I think that's, like, an interactable sign. This is, like, what to do in case of a fire. That's kind of cute. That's kind of the vibes I was going for. Is that a cupcake? That's a cupcake. We're going to have to use that. Okay, I'm just going to put this, like, I don't know. I feel like this should be shoved over here. Like a little warning sign of what to do if there's a fire. Right quick, let me pull this out. We're going to use that somewhere. Not in here, but we're going to use that somewhere. Okay, I couldn't find, like, the little signs that I was kind of imagining, like, that I was putting over here. But I also like the idea of there being, like, a whiteboard. Maybe this has, like, recipes on it or something for the staff to follow. I think that's a cute little idea. And I just noticed these are very much off center. So I'm just going to try to center this a little bit better with the trash cans and with each other. I don't know. I guess that's not horrible. It's not horrible. And maybe we can put a little, let's go to comfort, miscellaneous. Where is the little this? This is from Businesses and Hobbies. And I kind of wanted to use this somewhere because it has like a funky pattern with pink on it. So I'm going to put that little stool there to act like they can sit down while they're waiting on the candy and stuff to be made. That's away from over here. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty good. I also, when I was decorating, found this ice cream sign along with this cupcake sign. And honestly, these are so cute. I felt like they have to be used. We might replace the streamers on this wall with these, because this also lights up, and that'll bring a little bit light in here. I think, does it? Okay. It doesn't really have another swatch besides this, but I don't mind these two being the swatches. Honestly, that's really cute. I like that. We'll leave that, and we'll still leave party streamers right here, so there's still some party streamers going on. We could also put balloons above these. We have, like, look at balloon. How many times have I looked at balloon in this build today? Okay. We have these. They're not like super exciting party balloons, but they are pink and white party balloons. They're kind of saggy, which I don't feel like Pinkie Pie would have, but it also does go with the vibe. It does go with the vibe of a party room. I don't know. That's cute. That's cute. So I'll leave that there. Maybe we can do some more of these balloons up by the front. I wouldn't hate that being above the alarm system to kind of like quote unquote blend the alarm system in a little bit. I mean, that's cute. Do we put some out here or by the wall speaker to do the same thing? Honestly, I think yes. I think yes is the answer. I mean, it's Pinkie Pie. Could more balloons really hurt? I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, but that's cute for the actual store area. But let's go ahead and go to the this area. So I feel like the wall color should almost be neutral. So let's start with the hall wall color, because I also am going to put that color in the downstairs wall. Let's see. I don't have a certain color, but I don't necessarily want it to be white, like completely white. I don't know a color that would fit all of their personalities. You know, there are some slight yellow accents around the place, as not just for the upstairs or just for Pinkie Pie's part. There's also yellow accents kind of outside some of the places. So I don't hate the idea of the walls being yellow, especially with the stairs being white. I feel like it actually helps a little bit for the hallway to be yellow, and it's just going to be the hallway. Like nowhere else in the house is going to be yellow. So maybe this works for just here. And then here, obviously, we have... see, I told you they would clip up here. Obviously, with this being... oh, that's not a good clip. That's not a good clip at all, actually. I didn't realize how bad that was going to clip up. Ooh. Okay, I know this looks ridiculous, but it is legitimately the only way I couldn't get them to clip up top a stupid amount. It does still somewhat clip up top, but I feel like I can make this work. Like, I can cover this up somehow. It was worse before, but the only way I was able to make it work was actually to shrink the level of the bathroom and add a stair. So we had to get rid of the couch. We're going to have to get a new couch. You got like a 2-tile couch and put it over here. But I pretty much just made a fake platform with a staircase. The staircase is white, and then they're able to step off the staircase into the lower part of the bathroom. I don't play with platforms often. And the way I built this shell, apparently I did it wrong to where this whole level is just super short, has super shorter walls, which means it is clipping up here. So we'll figure that out in a minute. But right quick, let me find a little 2-seater couch, because our 3-seater will no longer work here. We could use this. That's the right colors, and it's pretty much the right size. Okay. Yeah, we can make that work. And then maybe we can bring the streamer that we had over on this wall over here. So it looks like it goes with these. Where'd it go? Okay. Apparently it doesn't want to copy the streamer. Let's try that again. Okay. Place these where it lines up with the other ones. There we go. There we go. We have a whole streamer little corner. That's cute. I kind of want to put something here, but I'm scared it's going to block the walkway. Let's see if we can, maybe we can find a little plant. Okay, but honestly, these little planters from Business and Hobbies shrunk down is pretty much the exact size I was looking for when you put two together. I don't hate that. It's kind of random, I feel like, for a cupcake shop, but it's still cute. And also, I want to put this cat plant with the pink rose somewhere. Like, I feel like it just needs to go somewhere. So if I control place this, let's see. Let's alt place it to where it's on the corner. I think that wouldn't be in the way of them getting their coffee. So I think that's cute. I don't like the fact we had to switch over the couch to this side, but I'll make it work. Let's see. Maybe I can put the party decals more like this so they take up more room on the wall. I don't know. I think that's cute. It's a little cute section. Maybe, should I get another one of these freezer bunny things? Like, we could get one more just to kind of, maybe we could get this one. That's more Valentine's Day, but I like it. I like it. Okay. So we have that set up. We have that. Okay, I was doing the wall color up here and totally got distracted. Let's go ahead. I put that down there. Let's go ahead and pick out the wall color for Pinkie's main living space. Now, I automatically kind of want to just go all out and put, the fun polka dot decor. Maybe this should be the party room wall color. We could do an accent wall of this to go with the bright pink wall. We could do it like that, or we could do something like the outside wall be a funky color. And there's also right here, that would be kind of a fun party wall color. I don't know, I kind of like it between the two windows. Yeah, I kind of like it between the two windows. Maybe do it over there too. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so we could do that there. But I need a color for Pinkie's actual living space. I mean, I don't hate this. It's not as pink as I want it though. But maybe we could combat that with a pink floor. Like a more of a pink floor and stuff like that. Okay, so I kind of imagined this being the kitchen area and her living area being over here. So what can I get that would cover up this clipping? Because I feel like a rug isn't going to be enough to cover it up, right? Like if we got, the rugs are too thin. We have to have something with a little bit of dimension. I mean, I could just straight up make this a raised platform. That could solve all my problems here. Yeah, I think that's going to be what we have to do. So we can raise this platform here and this be like her little living room space. So this could be like the entertainment area. Ooh, maybe. Hold on, should we shrink it one? When in doubt, shrink, right? Okay, so we can make this a little living room area. Now my problem is, how do I cover up that? Do I want to do like another little couch? We have 3 spaces right here. We can find a little pink couch to go here. Because this is technically like her entranceway into her house area. So I wouldn't mind there being an actual like entranceway seating area or something. There's this. That's kind of the right color. And then we can find another more living room looking couch to fit up here. I guess we could bring back the couch we originally had downstairs. So we could put that like there and along this wall. And then we could have a TV here. So let's go ahead and put a big TV. Let's see. I do want this gaming section, but what TV do I want? Do we want to do the light up TV? I don't know. I feel like I should save that for the area downstairs. Maybe since this is going to be like the main area where most of the family hangs out, we could do one of the bigger TVs. And I could, well, maybe scoot over like this. Yeah, like that. We could do a coffee table in the middle. Is there a TV? Yeah, I think that's the best TV size we're going to get. So let's go ahead and put a little coffee table in the middle. There's the, first pet stuff. I know a lot of people hate that pack, but honestly, for a Pinkie Pie build, I don't think it's that far off. Honestly, as much as I hate to say it. And then maybe this whole raised section could be like fuzzy pink carpet. So we could put the pastel pop carpet up here. Oh, that's cute. I'm also going to put this in the bedroom and in the closet areas. And then this area could be whatever we put out here in pink. But I want to get the tile right quick. Let's see. I think the tile we should probably just put against this wall. So what tile do we want? Let's go for a pink tile. We could also bring in the ones from the actual kitchen area. I don't feel like that's a bad idea. I know this seems weird. Just hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. Because what if we did like a round table? So if we went to the dining room, we did a big round table. Oh, we should do a banquet table in the party section. Sorry, distracted. But big round table in the center. Do we have? It doesn't necessarily have to be pink. I just want a bigger round table kind of in this section. So what does this have? That could work. I could make that work. So we could make this like here. Get some cute pink chairs to go with it. Let's see. We seem to be going very cozy in here and kind of light pinks. So maybe I put these chairs here. Literally do a round rug. Or we could copy the carpet just onto this point. So we could have the carpet here, continue on to here. And then I haven't decided what wood I want for the entranceway yet. Because this is not wood, so I haven't had a chance. Let's look at wood real quick. Because I know there's pink woods. I thought there was pink woods. What? Is there no pink wood? Okay. Well, I was going to put whatever color wood we put in pink up there. But apparently not. Okay. Well, this is the one I thought was going to have pink in it. It didn't. So, hold on, do we want to go with the full yellow theme here? I don't like the yellow theme there. Okay. We could look for a more yellowy wood. I want a yellow color that's not 100% yellow, if that makes sense. Ooh, this is kind of that same yellow color I was using, but I like the texture on the floors a little bit better, and it comes from businesses and hobbies. So I feel like that's not a bad idea. Then we just have to decide what color wood to put right here. Do we want to continue? Let's put this. Continue with this. Or we could do it a slightly different shade. Like we could do it like a white shade. Yeah, I kind of like it in white. Okay, so let's put that there. Have dining here. We'll have a kitchen here. We could put... I wouldn't hate the idea of putting like a bar. I was thinking like we could have like this white bar in the middle. Or even over here across from the bedroom door. But I kind of wanted to give some space between it and the kitchen. So I'm thinking in the middle. That's enough room for a person to stand behind, I think. We could also move that over if we really wanted to. And move that there. Should we have this be like this? And just make this a smaller section? Maybe that's the way to go. I'm having trouble with this right here. What if we Control F? I've been doing this a lot recently, but I don't hate the idea of that being a little diagonal. And that leaves more kitchen room, really. And then we could put little bar stools. Little pink bar stools. I think these come... Why do I keep thinking these bar stools come in pink and they don't? Okay, let's just put some white bar stools. So that's kind of cute. We have a little bar section in Pinkie's personal house. But now that makes me want to put it here. Yeah, I think that actually looks a little bit better and is more logical to put it right there. Yeah. And then put that like that. So this is only one step, so I don't think we're going to need a stair. But I kind of don't hate the idea of putting a stair just in case. Just in case. So I could put maybe a stair on this side. And scoot it over. There we go. And then that means we need a white foundation trim. So we can just do that there. That works for me. We have a step-up space there. I almost want to do 2 step-up places. So it kind of does that whole corner there. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. And honestly, I feel like we need to decorate this with more Pinkie objects. So I'm thinking we could bring in these from downstairs and put right here. Like, ooh, okay, hold on, idea. What if we put these over in this corner? Kind of just like as an accent. We could also size them up and really put some balloons there. I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's just stick with these for now. And I'm going to change the color to the different pinks. And then since Pinkie is so into comedy, I kind of like the idea of her having a microphone. I mean, I don't think we'll actually use it in my build or like in what I use this build for, but I could totally see her having her own little personal microphone. That's super cute. And then more balloons everywhere. Let's just balloon the place up. So we could do these light up balloons in the middle. Hold on. No, it's too big when you size them up. What if we do these here? I almost wouldn't... Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the light balloons being kind of shrunken down and put around the other balloons. So yeah, some party balloons there. Maybe we could do some party balloons up across the top of the doors. Maybe in the middle too. Goes all the way across. That's cute. That's cute. I don't want to take up too much room in the kitchen. But the idea of the wall balloons, is it from... Let's see. Is it from the Party Essentials pack that I'm thinking of? Or is it another pack I'm thinking of that has the balloons? Oh my god. There's too many kits. Okay, let's see. Show all. It's not this I'm thinking of. Though, let me, while I'm in here, just place some party decor down here. Maybe we can have do we have a sign that works? I don't know. We'll put like some kind of sign out there. They do have the pink streamers, so we can put that there. I'm just trying to fit some stuff while I'm in this area. Ooh, I like these streamers more for down here. And it doesn't come with the buffet table I want. Okay, I'll get the buffet table a minute. Ooh, I also like these lights. Maybe, oh, you have to go into the room and change them. Boo. Okay. That puts some of the party essential stuff in here. But there's like this balloon wall. But I can't remember what pack it's under to save my freaking life. Here it is. It's base game. Oh. Well, that's why I couldn't figure out what pack it was under, because it's base game. Okay. But it has like the perfect pink and white balloons. And what if we paired them with these balloons? So we have like different color balloons. It's more like an accent wall. And let's go ahead and put the counters down before I do too much. Also, I don't know if I want to put counters on this glass part. Hey, maybe let's just put the counters down and see where we're at. So I think we're going to probably use the same counters as we did downstairs, because honestly, they kind of fit the vibe. So let's just right quick place all these down so I know how many spaces we're working with here. Okay, so I have that. I almost don't want to put a counter there. Should I put the counter there? Let's see. Put the corner counter there. I guess the refrigerator can go here. Let's put the ovens down just so I know what oven we're going to use first. I'm not going to give her a super fancy oven like I did down there, but I'll give her a nice oven. Does this come in pink? Of course it doesn't come in pink. The one time I want to use this, it doesn't come in the color I want. Alright, well, let's go ahead. The fridge for here, so we can put this fridge. Alright. 2 counters. Maybe we could do a corner sink moment. I know that sounds weird, but what if we did a double sink, but we like did it in the corners, and we could put some kind of drying rack and stuff right there. I feel like that doesn't look bad for a kitchen. It's just I don't like this right here, like the balloons popping out right here. So I don't know if I want to. Should we put no, the bar won't fit over there. We could fit the island of this maybe. Let's do island. And it is not want to place with those invisible floors there. Okay, that's really not ideal, the placement of these with the streamers there. But I could put that and put some more bar seating here in the corner by the bedroom. I don't know. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. But that makes me feel like there needs to be like a little chair right here or something. Like maybe a little love seat. Let's see. What do we have? Ooh, doesn't this come in pink? Ooh. Okay, yeah, we could put this by the bathroom door. And that gives a little bit more evenness to it. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Though, we need more pink on this wall. What about from that new kitchen clutter kit? Let's see. This it does come in pink. I thought it did. So I could do some of these along where the cabinets are gonna go. And that would add like a pink accent wall, I guess. Maybe we do just have one sink. Hold on, hear me out. Let's go to the cabinets that match this and do a white cabinet here. Not the best, but not the worst. And then we put just the regular size counter. I feel like she would have a lot of storage. I feel like Pinkie would have a lot of storage and it'd be way too high. Way too high. Like it would be that kind of kitchen. Maybe we can put some smaller ones down here. Yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, we can do that. And then maybe a dishwasher goes in here. So we could get the little dishwasher appliance. We'll get her a nice one. So we get dishwasher there, sink there. I kind of imagined... Oh, first of all, we need to get a fire alarm. Gotta get a fire alarm because there's going to be a lot of baking up here. And then the dish racks that I was at. There's these here, but there's also the ones we use downstairs in the dish pit. And honestly, I kind of want to use these again. So, let's also turn them into white down here. But I want it to copy them and act like she has a little storage for her dishes up on the wall. So maybe her drying rack is on the wall. I don't know, that's cute to me. Maybe we could have some utensils drying on the wall. I like maybe the idea of some soap. I think the new kitchen, yeah, this one has like dish soap and regular soap, and it comes in pink. Perfect. Okay, we could put this, I guess, it doesn't fit on the sink as well as I want it to, but we'll put that in the corner right. Maybe let's move this. Let's just alt place something. We got alt place some stuff. Okay, so we'll put that there. Not the best, but it'll work. Let's get some kitchen clutter up in here. So we can do a little bread box maybe by the fridge. We also have this dishwashing rack, but we can use some paper towels. Where is... Ooh, we would totally have multiple cake stands. It's Pinkie Pie, right? Like, she would have multiple cake stands that she could put stuff on. So we could do, like, a double cake stand moment there. Does it come in pink? It does come in pink. Okay, let's change these to pink. Perfect. We have a little cake stand moment. We still cook on those two counters. I did, however, just real quick, where is it? I know it's in here. Dang it. The little utensils. Like, I feel like every kitchen needs some kind of cooking utensils. Jeez Louise, these were too hard to find. I really need to remember how utensils, that's called utensils. But I put some utensils. I also put, like, some, like, flour over here. Like, she's baking with flour or something. I don't know. I thought it was cute. And honestly, I kind of want, like, I know I said we were taking too much room up, but what if we had just a little middle island that didn't have any seats or anything on it? It was just like a place to cook. And then we could put from the new kitchen clutter kit, there's like all these cookie decor things. Okay, first of all, let's put the timer over here. But this, like, see, we have like flower stuff. We have a cookie chaos. That's the super cute thing. We could totally put the functional cookie jar up here. That's super cute. Maybe we could also get these utensils. Yeah, so we have a whole clutter section over there. I honestly also don't hate the idea of her having some like fun breakfast cereal out on the counter. Like is as if she just was like making cereal instead of food. I don't know, I kind of like that over there. I don't know, I think that's cute. Cute. I'll leave these two counters to specifically cook on, so I won't put anything up on those. Though I do, however, think we should put something up here. Ooh, maybe this is where we put a wall speaker, because we don't have any music in here. So we can put a wall speaker, and I I feel like I want to use the backyard stuff one. I know I used to use this one all the time. I never use it anymore. So maybe let's bring it back for this build. So we can put that there because it matches the balloons. I don't know. I think this is cute. I wouldn't hate, and maybe let's put another speaker over here as if like the TV has a little speaker or something. Well, if we were going to do that, we could just do straight up like an actual speaker. Ooh, maybe this is the speaker to the mic and the TV. So whatever is being used right then, it goes through these speakers. Obviously, it won't work like that. It'll just play actual music, but I like the idea of that. I also like the idea of trying to squeeze in some more balloons or a plant over here. So let's I think the balloons actually fit quite nicely. So we could fit another balloon over here. It doesn't want to like slot to the right height, but we'll make it work. We're going to make it work. Ooh, maybe these go on either side of the couch, and then these can be just by themselves instead of overlapping. Now I don't know if I like these, but these are so Pinkie Pie. Like, they're just so Pinkie Pie. I feel like we have to have them somewhere. And they're not going to fit over here. I don't like them in that area. I don't know. We're gonna leave them here for now. I may change my mind on those. And then we need a little entranceway table and mirror. So let's go ahead. Let's do a wall mirror and base it around the wall mirror. Because I feel like we have that new-ish mirror from... Here's the... Doesn't it have like swatches without the stuff around the mirror? Yeah, here it is. Because we can use this pink mirror here. Oh, it's not even as big as I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of the other mirror we got. Yeah, this comes in a pink color and it's like bigger. So I like this better. And we put a little entranceway table. So let's put surfaces, little accent tables. Ooh, we can use little Simsies. Little gamer. Okay, that's cute. Hold on, that's actually cute. I like that. This is totally distracting from what I was doing. But we have like this new little tablet from the kitchen clutter kit. So maybe we should put that real quick before I completely forget. So let me... Ooh, it comes in pink too. Yeah, we could put the little recipe book over maybe between... Well, it doesn't work between the cake stands. But maybe over here just with the cookie clutter. So here she has her little tablet for recipes and whatnot. Okay, now we can go back to clutter for front clutter. I mean... We did want some more plants in here, so maybe let's try to add some cute plants. Do we have a cute pink plant that kind of works on some? I mean, these kind of work. I was thinking something a little bit bigger, perhaps. Should I turn the pink filter on? This one will slot on both sides. It's a little bit fancier than what I want it, but hey, if we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, well... Maybe, let's find just something clutter to go in the middle then. Ooh, what are these? Oh, this is more little floor star confetti things. It's kind of cute. Sorry, that doesn't go on a table. That doesn't go on a table. We could put some gaming headphones on either side of the gaming console. Or maybe on one side of the gaming console. Ooh, let's use, okay, let's... Control Pixel Perfect controller, is that it? Yeah, let's get a little controller here for the little video game thing. So we have some headphones, or actually I guess we could use the headphones that match this if we just use the Comfy Gamer kit. Yeah, just pair these headphones with this. That's cute. So she has her little gaming area there. Alright, and honestly, maybe this divider, like over here, could work. We could put a little pencil divider over here. Maybe this is where, maybe we could put like a little computer for her over here. She doesn't really have like a desk area, so I wouldn't hate the idea of her having just like a little computer up here. Not like a super big one, but maybe something like this. That's kind of cute. And we have like a little desk organizer behind it. Maybe we could have a little lamp. I don't ever really use lamps in the game, so maybe this would be a nice chance to use one. Ooh, this one's kind of cute with the little panda bear. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that. Okay, we have that little clutter there. You can still sit there if you want it to. So that kind of gives a purpose to that corner. Okay, so that's kind of her living space. Maybe we can get a nice painting behind this couch. And I'm going to try not to use the one I always use, but let's see what we get if we turn on pink paintings. I guess we could bring some of the cupcakes up here. I mean, there's none of these up here, so it wouldn't be the worst idea to put them here. We could also size one up and just have one. I like that. I like that. Maybe we can put the other one over here. And that ties in some of the blue on the blankets on the couch. Okay, that's cute. So I think that is a good living space done. So let's, first of all, we're going to have to cover this up. And I don't know exactly how to cover that up because there's doors right here. So I can't put, like, the bed right there. Where is the bed going to go? I guess the bed would have to go in this corner. I just don't like the doors. Like, I don't think you can make the doors go down. Oh, yeah, you can't make the doors go down. You can make them go up. You can't make them go down. I don't feel like Pinkie would have these in her bedroom, but we may have to make it work. We may have to make it work. So we can put this one here and this one. Oh, it's still clipping. If we do it like it's clipping. I don't like it. Should I just leave a space or should I try to clip it? Honestly, it doesn't. It looks like it's covering it pretty good. So maybe I just leave it like that. And then we could have, this is going to have a closet in it. So let's go ahead and put that in there before I forget it. So we have a little walk-in closet here. This one in the pink. And then I kind of imagined there being like, I don't know if the full-length mirror should go here and the dresser go in there. Or the dresser, I think the dresser should go out here. Well, maybe this would be the best option. Like, do we do it like that? But then we would have to put in some kind of little mirror in here. I guess we could, I don't know if that's the vibe. We could shrink it. Oh, nope, it has a mirror. We can't shrink it. Never mind. This has a mirror, so we could put this in that little corner. I want it like a corner and mirrors here. Ooh, what if we put this, it's way high up, but we could put this little mirror thing in here. Just like scoot it right down to as far down as we can go. And then let's go ahead, and this is medium wall height, right? I think this is a medium wall height window, a window or a wall. Yeah, so we can put the medium wall height ones. So let's put 2 here and then 1 here like this. Maybe line it up more like that. There we go. So that's kind of a little wall and mirrors. I think this door is a little off. Is that more even? Is that even? Oh my goodness, I can't tell. But I like the idea of there being like clothes racks. Let's see. Would that be under? I'm assuming that would be under here. Yeah. So we could have like little fake clothes hanging up. Hold on. Do we have? I think we have to have the shelves for that, right? The shelves that they attach to just with the clothing. That would make finding stuff in this game way simpler, honestly. Okay, so let's put a white little clothes rack here, and then we can go back up here and we can find the pink clothes like that, and maybe these pink clothes. They all kind of have pink swatches to start out with, and then maybe we have some shoe clutter here. So we could put some sneakers up there. I can change the swatch of these. Let's see. Oh, well, we don't really have a lot of cute swatches now, do we? Okay, well, we can put those. And then, a box. We're gonna want box. Okay, well, this I know I'm gonna want in this room, because that's one of the main reasons I made that room. But, I was just thinking little. Okay, we could put that. That looks like party supplies. We're going to have to put the party cannon in there too. But I was thinking like little. Ooh, this would. If this fits, this could work. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have that little storage thing there. But I was thinking, where's. Oh my god. Of course, the box I'm thinking of is literally not under box. Okay, let's just go to decorations, clutter. It's either going to be, this kind of clutter. So, like, shoe boxes. What do they call the shoe boxes? Did I already pass them? Watch them be like, yeah, they're right at the top. What is this called? Cardboard boxes. They should be there. Okay, well, we have a little storage cardboard box. We can kind of put it in a slight pink color. This we can put in that color. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. And maybe we could put some more storage boxes up top here. We could put one there. We could put another type of storage basket up here. Put like that. Or I don't like that. I don't like that. Is there another kind of box we can put up here? Let's see. There's oven mitts. Oh, we gotta put oven mitts. We gotta put oven mitts. I didn't think about that. I forgot we have these now. Okay, hold on. Let me put some pink oven mitts here. We should probably put them in the actual kitchen area too for like the workers. We could put a couple of different kitchen glove sets right here. That's cute. I also didn't put much clutter on these counters either. Maybe I should copy some of the clutter that's up here. We could get some cake stands. I feel like that makes sense for a bakery area. So maybe the finished cakes could go over here on the cake stands. We're mainly going to be making cupcakes, but, you know, I feel like cakes would probably also be made. I could have both of these counters to cook on if I put the oven mitts near the cake table and just did 2 oven mitts. And those still are available to cook on. I did want at least one of the utensils, though. We could bring these down and kind of put these over on this corner. But maybe we should copy the cookie little clutter. I don't hate the idea of that being there. Okay, well, they still have one counter they can technically cook on. Maybe we'll do some more oven mitts over here then, if we're going to fill up that counter anyways. Okay, well, they still have one counter to cook on out of this entire kitchen. Oh, God. Oh, God. Should we put some more blank counters right here? I feel like we're going to need more counter space. Let's see, that we can cook on. And I've kind of filled it all up. So we can make like a little extension out here. It doesn't look the best. It's a little clippy, but I kind of like it. So I can put that there. So there's some more cooking area over there. Okay, sorry. Totally got distracted here. Was supposed to be up here doing closets. And I just was like, ooh, decor, decor, decor. Okay. Okay. I said I was going to get a chair. Ooh, you know what? Let's get one of the little kid chairs that she has down here. And we could put that in the closet area. I mean, it's a little childish. But again, it's Pinkie Pie, right? Like, I feel like we should expect it to be a little childish. Okay, so let's go ahead. Maybe I can shove it in the corner here. You won't be able to access the dresser realistically, but I don't hate that idea. Ooh, do we have... What? If we just put clothes. Or, let's see. Clothes and clutter. Yeah, we can have like a little pile of dirty laundry. That's kind of gross, but I like it. For the storytelling. I also wouldn't mind the inside of the closets being carpeted as well. Alright. But hold on. Let me find... Wait, actually, let me just put in party. When I put in party, I should get the item I'm thinking of, right? Let's put some extra balloons in here. Maybe we can get some little floor balloons. So that's party storage. But I was wanting the party cannon. Okay, here's the party cannon. And this kind of reminds me of Pinkie Pie's cannon from the show. So that's why I mainly wanted to have that in there. Maybe I have a couple party cannons. You can never have too many party cannons. And then I'm just going to look up box again and get some box clutter in here. Oh, I feel like she would have a toy chest. Honestly. But maybe we do that chest. A little toy chest. Well, yeah, they have a little pink version. Ooh, this also has a pink version. But I don't know if that's the vibe. Ooh, I like this pink chest. We're going to go with the pink chest. I feel like that's the vibe. Alright. So this could be a storage room. Oh, we have a little box light. I didn't realize we had that. Cool. What other box storage can go in here? We have this. Let's see. Get some shoe boxes. I think that's good. Maybe a little open box here in the corner. Alright. Let's place all this as if it's like literally just a shit ton of storage in here. Alright, so we have a little party storage section. So now I guess we should probably figure out what the wall pattern for the closets in the bedroom are. So I'm thinking for the party closet, we could do the really funky wallpaper. I actually kind of like that. And also I was going to change the color of the sign. Let's do that one. Alright. But then I really just want pink wallpaper. Just kind of like plain pink wallpaper in the bedroom. But I want it to go with the windows. Which is what I'm having most trouble in this build, is finding wallpapers that really go with this window. Let's figure out where we're going to put the bed. Honestly, how I can scoot this here and not clip. Okay. Let's look for beds. Let's look for beds in pink and see what we can come up with. Oh yeah, we're going to have plenty of room. Okay, we actually have more room than I thought. Okay, let's get, honestly, should we get the pastel pop bed kit? I never use this bed. I use this kit all the time, but this bed in particular, I never use. Is there a couch I guess this could work. We would have to shove the bed into the window for them to walk around it. But I'm really not against that. So we have a little sitting area here. Let's put a side table first and see how I feel about it. So let's see. We have the one that comes with the pastel pop kit. I could do like 2 of these side by side. They kind of look like they screw in together. I kind of like that. I like that more than I should probably. And then put some kind of wall decor there. Why do I like the signs from the romance pack, Love Struck, here? That's kind of, I feel like Pinkie Pie would have those in her room. I feel like she would have those in her room. And then on this wall, we can have something a little bit more fun, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's Pinkie Pie. The paintings kind of have to be fun, but also I don't want it to seem too immature. I've already used this painting, but it's so good and it's all the right colors. I mean, something like this could work. I couldn't size it up because it has a mirror on it, but I kind of like that as a collage above it. Do I try to match other collages with it is the question. I know Pinkie Pie isn't necessarily LGBT. I think she could be. But I'm saying, I know she's not known for it, but I feel like some pride flags wouldn't be that horrible. Maybe we go with the pansexual pride flags because those are literally Pinkie Pie's colors. I feel like that would work. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go with rainbow for that one. All right. So we have a little rainbow flag. We have some pansexual pride flags. And we have that. But I feel like right here needs something considering this wall is going to be showing when it's lifted up. When I put the walls down, like this wall doesn't show, so it doesn't bother me as bad that these walls are empty. It kind of bothers me. Ooh, we have this painting. We put this one above this store just for, well, it doesn't really come in the right colors. I guess we could size this up and use it in the base swatch here. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. That kind of takes up that wall. And then honestly, maybe above this door we just really go with the balloons. Let's go with the balloons. So we can copy these here. And that kind of shows that, hey, I got some party storage in here, perhaps. But I don't know if I use that swatch. Maybe I'd use the rainbow swatch here. Should I do the pastel rainbow swatch? Yeah, that's cuter. So we could do that there. Do we put balloons on either side? Do we be brave and put some balloons on either side? I mean, if we want an entranceway, let's make an entranceway. So we can put these balloons here. Alright, like that. And we can switch the colors to match a little bit better. Alright, so that's the entranceway into our party area. I feel like this room wouldn't be near as awkward if we didn't have these plants right here in the middle, but I don't know how to get around doing that. Okay, so I decided the party storage would overflow out into the bedroom. So I have like some random decoration pieces that probably look a little bit random, but they look like party decor to me. So we have overflowing party decor closet out here. And then maybe just a last touch, we'll have maybe just some music she can chill and listen in with her room. So let's get another wall speaker. I know we're putting a lot of wall speakers in here, but maybe we could fit one right here. We could make it that color pink. Ooh, do we want, no, we should leave the color that one is, but we could make this one and put it above that. Okay, I think that for sure looks like a Pinkie Pie bedroom. And then let's copy this into this closet. But then the bathroom, I feel like, needs a tile. So let's go ahead and try to find a fun pink tile. Ooh, we could do this. Hold on. That's all the right colors, yo. That is all the right colors of her cutie mark. And then we could match a cute tile with it. I guess we're gonna have to go with the teal tiles that match at the bottom. I didn't want to do that because it's kind of odd because nothing else is that blue, but I think it's gonna have to do. And honestly, let's just put counters here, so we can put some white counters here. That could be the sink area. We can put the toilet. I haven't put a normal toilet in this build yet. This is actually the first normal toilet. Everything else has been toilet stalls. Okay, let's put this toilet over here in this corner. We can have a shower tub combo. Of course, we can use the fun looking one. Let's see. Let's go put that swatch there. We have that. We need a regular sink. So I guess I can copy the one we've been using everywhere else and put it here. We can have maybe some like makeup clutter. There's this one. That's not the one I was thinking of, but it'll do. Here it is. Okay, it was more under random stuff than it was other stuff. But look how cute that is. I could totally see Pinkie having that as her little setup. Maybe a little soap thing. Let's get some soap. We can do a little bar of soap on the side. And then we need a mirror. Honestly, I was going to use this earlier somewhere else. I don't hate this right here, like two of them next to each other. And we could like meet them in the middle. That's cute. That's cute. And then let's just get some bathroom clutter so we can get real quick a robe, because that comes in pink. So we can put, or maybe we should do this pink. Okay. Let's put this robe here. Maybe put a little towel rack. We have this one. That's not exactly colorful, but let's see. Can I look to see if there's more colorful swatches? And there's kid colorful swatches. I guess we can make the unicorn work. I feel like there's so much tile in here. It doesn't really need too much like bathroom wall clutter. We can get some extra toilet paper on top of the toilet. Maybe we could do some kind of shelving right here that has like clutter we need. That's kind of cute. Honestly, that's kind of cute. Ooh, we have a toilet plunger. That's good bathroom clutter right there. It takes down the shelves, but we could put the toilet plunger there. We could put a little hair dryer up there. Oops. Okay, let's put that up there. And I guess the combs. If we're going to put the hair dryer, we can put the combs next to it. We have a little bathroom storage there. And I think that's all I really want to do for her living space. So the last space we really have to decorate is the party area and the last two bathrooms. And then honestly, I'll probably call it quits and leave the rest of the build for the next video. So I feel like the whole concept of all the areas I've been doing for Pinkie Pie subconsciously in my mind without meaning to is kind of the concept of, you know, from far away, yeah, it's pink, but it kind of looks normal. But then the further you go into it, the more chaotic and crazy and colorful and party-esque it becomes. I mean, just for example, the outside. If you look from afar, yeah, the area is pink, but it kind of looks normal. And then you go up in the front porch and it's like, oh, maybe this place isn't super normal. And then you go inside and it's like, oh, this is not normal. This is colorful. This is party. This is pink. So I feel like her party area should be no exception. I mean, her living space is that way. The bakery and sweet store is that way. And I kind of said I want to keep the hallways kind of neutral because I feel like all the buildings are going to have very different tastes. Like, obviously, this is going to be very black with, like, kind of like neon signs and stuff. This is going to be all very neutral and light, like, blue and purple tones. So the hallways are kind of neutral. I'll probably decorate the hallways a little bit more next episode, but I wanted the party area, I said earlier, to be hidden. I don't really mean hidden. The smoke room downstairs is hidden. It has a bookcase door. So that's really hidden. But this is like hidden in the sense of, this hallway is normal. It's kind of neutral. It'll probably have a little bit of decoration in it. But if you were looking for the party area, I want you to be able to see the balloons and the sign and be like, oh, this is the party area. But if you weren't looking for a party, I don't want you to like look at this and really think anything about it. But then same with the concept of all the other areas. When you walk in, bam, it's a huge party area, ma'am. But instead of being like light pinks and whites and colorful different accent colors, I want this room to be dark pink, black, grays, because it is a part of Inkie's building. When they bought this building, this is Inkie's section, this is Pinkie's section, this is Maud's section. So Pinkie would have convinced Inkie to let her decorate for the party section if it was also Inkie's style, which they're polar opposites. So this is their room that it's going to combine in, which is why I'm super excited for it. I think it's going to be so much fun to decorate this room. I put some basic stuff in here already, but we're completely going to redo this. I just was putting stuff here. Like, I'm getting rid of this buffet table. I don't want that one. So I think the first thing we should start off with is the carpet, because I kind of have a very Pacific carpet in mind. So I want to use the same carpet we've been using, but in party mode. So this is the pink party mode. Now, this isn't dark pink. I just said we're going to use dark pink. It does have dark pink squiggles. But the only other party ones are the yellow, not the vibe, and the blue, not the vibe. So we're going with the pink, but I'm not going to have the whole thing being pink. I'm actually going to... Ooh, I could even do a platform. Hold on, let me move all this stuff. I've been doing a lot of platforms in this build, but bear with me, you guys. I think it's going to be worth it. Alright, so well, maybe we should put the DJ booth down. So this area is going to be like a DJ and dance platform. There's going to be like a bar over in this area, some like outdoor seating, maybe some regular music, and then there's just going to be like the food area, and there's going to be a little bit indoor seating, but most of it's going to be like dance party. So let me go ahead and place down, I think she would go all out and get the laser DJ booth, and we're going to get it in black. And I thought we could do a fun dance floor. I mean, this kind of has the right color vibes, honestly. And then, that's going to be a tight squeeze. We might have to put the dance floor slightly on or under the DJ booth. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it like that. Oh, the stage is gonna be weird though, no matter what I do, huh? We're gonna see how I can make this work. So we're gonna draw a wall here, and then we'll draw a wall where the dance floor is, and draw a wall here. Maybe we can put like stairs on this side so it looks less weird. I don't know. But let me right quick just raise this up like 1. We're just going to do a little platform. And then go ahead and delete the walls. So we can delete that. And we can delete that. And delete that. And then do a platform trim, and we're gonna go black. I feel like black is the way to go here. Let's see, there we go. So that kind of makes it look like a stage, and then we can do like a black floor. So maybe we could do a crazy patterned rug here. It has like, we could do the pinks, but I kind of wanted to go with black here. We could do this. Is that too much pattern? I almost feel like there's too much pattern. Maybe we just do the black carpet. Yeah, I think that's the vibe. But now I kind of want to do the bigger dance floor. Hold on. Color copy this. And the next size up. Let's see how that, yeah, that I feel like that fits better. It would have the DJ booth quite on top of it, but I'm almost not mad about it. And then put the DJ booth center with that. And then we could put the stairs over here. So maybe we use these stairs, but in black. See, does that look too off? I guess the gray doesn't look too bad. Okay, so we could do it like this. Do we want to do it like that? I almost want to do it like that. We could do it where it's just in front of the window. I feel like that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I like that. And then we can put like the buffet area over here. So like I said, I want to use a different buffet table than the one I had. I kind of want to use the one we got from the rewards. I know maybe not everyone has that, but I really like it. We could do black. I kind of like just the black for the buffet table. And we could do 2. If you really want a big party, you could do 2. I don't know. Does that fit with the door okay? Maybe if I like scoot them back and center them a little bit so they're closer together and they look a little bit more like one table. Yeah, that I feel like that doesn't interfere with the door as much. Ooh, should we do a cake table? I feel like it's only appropriate. I guess this is going to be the closest we're going to get. Alright, so we can have this maybe center here. We could do some balloons around it. That kind of makes the stage being off-center with the windows a little bit better, honestly. So let's grab some of these light-up balloons here. We can put them on either side of the table. I really want them to only have the stage behind them. I don't want them to be able to come in front of it and blow out the candles from there, because I want to do like a whole kind of decoration here. I mean, I feel like I want to have the DJ there, but I want some kind of wall to be there. Do I do a half wall? Do I do a half wall? Would that be the move? Let's see. I want to... How... That's not tall enough. Is this tall enough? Is that too tall? That's about the right height that I was imagining. And then I guess I could center the table with this wall then. So we could put the balloons kind of up front so they can still get around them. But then it's centered. And I could add more of these balloons. So we could do it here and here, and then do what I do all the other times and take the floor balloons and have them here and here. I guess we could add some black balloons in for Inky, since this is their shared area. So have those 2 balloons up front. And then that way, when they put the cake down, they have to stand where the wall is. I think that works. Do we want to do the crazy wall color, or are we feeling a regular just pink wall? We could also have a black wall. Does this have black? Do a black wall? Yeah, I like the black wall. So we could do this. Then that means the roof trim or the half wall trim would just be a simple black. Why is that not going like super black? There we go, super black. All right. I hope the Sims can still get behind there because I'm not moving it anymore. As bad as that sounds. So we have the little party area over here. Everyone can kind of gather right here to sing them happy birthday and whatnot. Maybe we can put some of the streamers along here. Like, I kind of want to, like, imagine that there's, like, streamers, like, kind of blocking the dance floor almost, but they don't go to the top. If we didn't want to pretend, we could do, like, some spandrels. That sounds crazy to add just to put streamers in, but hear me out. What if we did, like, a really simple spandrel? Oh, they don't want to fit quite as nicely as I want them to, but we could put them like that. And then the streamer, we could, it might be a little glitchy here. What if I lifted it up and placed it like as if it was hanging off the banister? Oh, that's going to be a lot of placing them. But I think it would look really cool to have like the DJ booth kind of sectioned off by these streamers. Obviously, we can change the colors. Alright, I was correct. Absolute pain in my butt. But I think it was totally worth it. I really like how it looks. And we could put the DJ ball in the middle of the dance floor to light up the place. We can change the color of the streamers to like pink, or should we do black? Ooh, the black kind of has like blue in them. Ooh, and these have stars. No, I like these. We're doing the black with the stars. I did make the half wall a little bit shorter because I felt like that was helping the clipping a little bit. But we could do, yeah, I really like the fact that these have stars. That's cute. I don't know how I feel about the blue being in there, but when all the brave lights are on and stuff, it'll look fine. So we could do that. And then really, I feel like the streamer, like these ceiling streamers, should be used in this area. Because this area, I feel like it's mostly going to be like tables and eating and stuff. So we could pick a party streamer here. This has light and dark pink. Well, it's kind of red. That's red. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but this has light and dark pink. So we could take these and kind of do the same concept and line them up across the wall and the banister because they fit perfectly. And that kind of outlines like the way to get out almost. Okay, we'll do that. And then we don't really need anything on the tables because they're going to have food on them. But I feel like we should have something. We have the Party Essentials sparkly accent wall. We could just like do the black as a centerpiece. Should we do another crazy circle wall, guys? We could do this. Let's see, we could even, well no, I kind of like that because it lined up with the, oh, it didn't line up with the stage. Okay, maybe we make it line up with the stage. Yeah, I like that. So we can leave this as a crazy accent wall. And perhaps, I feel like we should have something on this wall to divide it. Maybe more streamers. We could copy the streamers down in the bakery section. Because these, not exactly the right, I mean, they are the right color. They're just not the right length. But we could line them up like this in the area in between the door and whatnot. Does that look weird? I feel like that looks weird. We could also put them on the other side of the door. So it looks like the streamers are going across the door. Okay, I don't hate that. I think it looks better with it on the side. And then we could put little, we have the little balloons we were using. The sad balloons. Yeah, these. We could use these because I think these also come in pink and black. I may be wrong. But I could put little balloons over the bathroom doors. Like, be like, hey, bathroom here. Yeah, I put another one here. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. I don't know. I'm trying to have some fun stuff here. Ooh, what if we pretended like we had, like, funky mirrors? Like, I know none of the mirrors are actually, like, funky, wavy mirrors. But we could pretend they were. And it could be, like, a funhouse mirror. Like, we have these mirrors we could put up on the wall and pretend that, like, when you look at them, it's, like, all funky wonky. I don't know. I think that's a cute idea. And maybe we just do a little seating outside the bathroom door. Not like an actual table, but just, like, a little seat you could sit on if both the bathrooms were full. Here, let me turn on the pink filter. Because I feel like this should be pink. That's storage. I wouldn't hate the idea of there being storage in the party area. So we could put these. And this is kind of the right ugly pink color. Not to call it ugly, but, you know. It's that base game pink, baby. Alright, so people can sit there, but it also looks like there's storage being stored there. And then we could get some actual tables over in this area. So let's put the walls down so I can actually kind of see, because the streamers won't go down with the walls, unfortunately. So I'm thinking just a couple of casual tables. So let's go to surfaces, little dining tables. We could do the Love Struck black tables. We're already using a bunch of Love Struck in this. I wouldn't hate the idea of using more. So we could do like 2 here, perhaps. And I want to put bigger tables outside. So let's right quick find some dining chairs. These automatically I knew exactly what I wanted to use. Okay, these. Alright, so we could put those here. Kind of like them turned opposite ways. A little bit better. Maybe I can put this a little bit more this way so the door has a little bit more room. Let's see, how does that look with the walls up? Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So we have that there. I want to put just a regular speaker behind this, because I feel like if there's no DJ playing, there should be some kind of speaker on the wall. So we can put that one there. And honestly, let's go back to the party essentials. And I think they have like fog machines and stuff like that. So we can go to show all. And we already have the disco ball. But we could put like some fog machines right here, which are really cute. We could put some lighting, maybe like this is show lighting or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness, we have these little posters here. I actually don't hate, the bad part is I don't hate these. I feel like they might actually kind of go well behind here. So maybe we put these on either side of this. Yeah, that's a little bit more. Alright, so that's some more of the party stuff. We do still want a bar outside. So should we use this bar? Like, or I feel like we should use a bigger bar. I feel like a bigger bar is the move. Okay, let's put these over here for now. I may change my mind about using them, but we can put those over there for now. But I want this to kind of be like a bar area that you could chill and listen to music at if you weren't inside. I mean, this has literally pink neon lights on it. That could work. That could work for my purposes. Okay. Does this come in a smaller one that goes with it? I doubt it. Probably as soon as I find one that I like, it's not going to come with this smaller one with it. Well, this is a smaller one from that pack. This is how, of course, it doesn't have the right swatches. Dang it! Okay, well, I guess we can put 2 of these. I didn't particularly want to have to collage them together. Like this, maybe? And pretend it's like a corner bar and have bar seating all around. Yeah, I don't hate that. And then I could do these tables kind of more like this, I guess. And kind of have like a buffet table. Maybe we could put them all together in the center and have like a big buffet moment. I don't hate that. I do hate the fact that this is not lining up better. Okay, let's line it up like that. We could put these chairs all on either sides of these tables. I was planning on having this be a chill area, but I'm not mad about the buffet table party vibes. Like, that's actually kind of nice. We could put, let's see, do we have any, let's just look for bar eating this way. We'll turn on the pink filter and look for that base game pink. Let's go with this. So we can put those there. We can put those there. I know this bar seat won't work like a bar seat, but I want it to be there. I want it to be there so it lines up more evenly. And then we could put more of these tables over here, but just do like a couple of 2-seater tables. So put one there, one there, and I guess these same chairs. Okay, I did want there to be couches out here, but maybe the table is just more the vibe. I wanted there to be a couch somewhere, though. What is wrong with this? Oh. Should I guess these little seats here are going to have to pass for the couches. So, we're going to put more of these. I know those were supposed to originally just be bathroom seating, but I kind of don't have room for the couches I was playing on, and I think those look better. Alright. So, I have this here. We could have like a whole eating area, party area. Maybe we put, let's see, how we wanted to put, do we want to put another wall speaker? I kind of wanted to put something bigger. Ooh, we could, where's the speaker over here? We could copy this speaker but make it black. So put this speaker out here in kind of like the corner of the bar area. And I feel like this area is going to need lighting. Actually, probably all of the outside is going to need lighting. So we might want to turn it to dark real quick. Yeah, let's get some light out here. This porch isn't that badly lit. But I would still like to get some more lighting just kind of all over the outside. So let's go ahead and real quick go to lighting. And we'll start with wall lights. Ooh, actually, you know what? Where's this? I know this is not the area we're doing right now. But wouldn't it be cute if like these string lights were hung up in between like the bamboo? And that gives some more lighting up in here. I also wouldn't mind just having street lights. Like we could have the big ball street lights. Ooh, it even comes in pink. So we could put pink ones here. We could put a gray one in front of this store as if they're like going down the street. And then we could put a black one over here. The other option would be to put them in the way corner, but I feel like that would just not be the same. I mean, we could put them in the bushes with the bamboo trees, and they're a little bit more out of the way and still have some good lighting. Alright, let's go back to wall lighting real quick. Ooh, what if we did, I could do these lightings. See, these come in pink. That's why I thought those would come in pink, because they come from the same pack. But nope, apparently not. Okay, well, we're going to do the pink string lights all the way around the half wall. See, that looks nice. And then we could do the lighting around the windows and doors to match it. And that kind of gives, like, pretty decent lighting out here, I feel like. Like, it's not super bright, which I feel like for if the party was going on at night, you honestly wouldn't want it to be super bright, right? You want some lighting, but you still want to be able to enjoy the night sky and whatnot. So maybe we can put that there. My only worry is that they're gonna come behind the bar and start dancing. Oh, but what if, do we have like a cute pink wall light? I like these. They only come in the stripes, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. And so we could do that for the party area. This is going to be a bad idea. This is going to be a bad idea. Why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this, but I want to try something. Where is it? Where's the rug I'm wanting to try? Oh my god, I do like it. I do like it. No, I thought I would hate it and I would feel better about myself for hating it, but I like it. I like it. It kind of fits perfectly in the little eating area. Oh my god. Oh my god. Someone tell me no. Too late. I'm not being told no. Okay, but what if we just put them side by side? Oh, I like that. I like that. I shouldn't like it, but I like it. It screams inky. It screams inky. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. I should probably actually center them correctly. But we could put that like that. I think that's good. I think that's good. And so we'll leave that. We still need to light up the rest of the area though. So let me quickly go through and put some wall lights. Maybe for the tattoo shop, we can put some kind of modern but cool black looking light. Like this maybe. Put these on either side of the door. And then this area, this area is kind of lit up well, but I would like to put a couple of more lights here. Ooh, there's cloud lights? I didn't realize I had... I knew we had cloud lights, but I didn't realize we had these cloud lights on the wall. Let's see. Maybe we do ceiling lights for Pinkie's area. We could do the string lights above the stairs. But that doesn't look bad. And that lights it up well and kind of blends in with everything else. Maud's front porch area, I'm not 100% sure because there's not like an awning. So I feel like she would just have lights kind of like this above the door, but better quality. So we could use like the bowling night lights. Yeah, that kind of works for her. And then the actual entryway to the regular people's room. Oops. I feel like... Cannot put that there? Oh, there? There. It's still not going all the way. There. Okay, hopefully that doesn't... Does that mess anything up on the inside? I feel like it's going to. Let's see. So far it looks okay. Okay. I need to put lighting here. I mean, we could do the string light again. That's going to have to work. That's going to have to work because I'm just going to say that that's it. What it is. This is what it is. So we can put those lights out. Honestly, that looks good. That looks good for the outdoor lighting. Like, I think that's plenty of lighting for at night. It lights up the building. Obvious where the party area is. Obviously not hidden anymore. But I think with that, that's the whole party area, which just leaves us with the bathrooms. And honestly, let's put some more toilet stalls. Oh my god, it doesn't want to place right. I hate these toilet stalls in the way they slot. Like, the slotting on these toilet stalls are actually super annoying. Okay, but let's go ahead and place these. Oh my god, just slot, please. Okay, I just wanted to do this the exact same setup. So we're going to put the toilet stall there. We'll put a counter. I can probably change all the colors of this if I want to. But let's go ahead and put counters lined up in the middle there. Make sure they're all the way against the wall. That one's a little too far into the wall. Let's see. There we go. We want to put a mirror. So let's go here. Honestly, this one's been really cute and doing us good so far. Maybe we could... Do I want to do it in the black or the pink swatch? I'm thinking maybe the black swatch. Okay, let's put these over these counters. Again, we can change the counter and the toilet swatches. Ooh, we're kind of going with the gray and black theme. Maybe that's the vibe. And we do the matching toilet stalls. Okay. And then honestly, this wallpaper, but in a different swatch. Should we just do the hot pink? I feel like we should just do the hot pink and black. So let's do hot pink. We could do one hot pink with black walls and one black with hot pink walls. That would be fun. That's a way to change it up a little bit. So let's go to the flooring, and there should be a tile that goes with it. This one. Okay, so pink with the black walls, and that with that. And we need not to do that. No, ma'am. We need to copy the sink. I've been using the same sink like literally everywhere, so we're probably going to just continue to use that sink, but just in a black swatch. So let's do that one there. We need to do that one there. Maybe we can do some little towels and whatnot, because the bathroom stalls already have toilet paper. So let's just get a little hangy towel. Dude, this is having fun swatches. Not exactly in the right vibe. Ooh, this one has just a plain black towel. So maybe we can do that beside the sinks. So we could do a plain towel there beside the door. We can do a plain towel here beside the door. Ooh, let's go ahead and use the wall soaps again. I kind of liked that earlier. So, can we do that? It doesn't fit. I don't think it fits, unfortunately. I'm going to make it fit. We're going to put it on the side wall instead of the sink, or behind the sink even. So we can put these on the side wall, and I think with that, that's pretty good. That has a whole wall here of windows, so that wall's already decorated. But I feel like this wall is very plain. Maybe we could bring another one of these in here and pretend it's like a full-length mirror or something. I don't know. But we can make it black. That's cute. Okay, I like that. Oh my god, that makes me, though, want to replace this with these. Because I feel like that looks more even. And we still have the two accent. Okay, that works. That works for me. So I think with that is everything done for this part of the build I wanted to do today. So we decorated the outside shell. We did everything on the outside. I'll probably add some more decorations when I come do these two side buildings. But we did the whole middle. We did the party area. I think we got a pretty good start on this build. So real quick, I'm going to go into tabs mode and just kind of show you a brief tour of what we already decorated. And then I will go ahead and close out the video. Because I know that I jump around in my builds a lot. And I'm going here and there and over there. Like my ADHD just shows all over. So let me show you what it looks like in order. Alright, so you're walking down the street in Tomering and you come up on these 3 different stores. Obviously, they're connected in one building, but there are 3 different stores. You have a tattoo shop. It looks like a party area on the top. You have a candy store, and then what's going to be a pottery store. And you have all the way around the building, so you have windows all the way around. You have that funky zigzag roof. We have some kind of modern looking windows. If you come to the tattoo shop, this would be the front of it for now. And then if you were to go to the pottery shop, you go there. You could go in this way to get to the upstairs, or this way to get to the upstairs. But first, let's go ahead and show off the candy store we designed. So you walk up, this is the area. You have all the symbols for all the different stores. You have an outdoor eating area. Kind of makes it look somewhat normal. And then you go around and, oh, no longer normal. So we got the party porch looking here with all the confetti and whatnot. You come in, bam, boom, bam, very pink bakery ma'am. So you have a little coffee counter where you can order pastries. You have some shelves where you could buy sweets, more or places you could buy sweets. You have a little kid area where they can make candy and kind of play. And then you could go this way into the bathrooms. You have this little hallway that goes into this public restroom space. I added some cleaning supplies over in this corner just because I didn't know what else to do with it. But this is kind of what the bathroom looks like. And then if you were to go this way, this is how you get into the kitchen. This is going to be employee only, but this is the kitchen. You have the dish pit right out hand, and then you come around, you have an oven area, a cake and refrigerator area, a middle island that has a place to sit, a place to cook food, some ice cream machines, you have a sink, you have candy making stations for the employees, and of course, the main inspiration for this whole build, the cupcake machine. And then if you were to go this way, you could also come out this way with the door. There's a gate right here, leads you back to the front. If you go this way and you go up, you can either go into the party area here or Pinkie Pie's apartment. So this is how you get into Maud's apartment. If you were to go down here, this is how you get into Inkie's apartment. But to get into Pinkie's apartment, you would take either one of these doors. You walk in, and obviously Pinkie Pie's apartment. So this is her entryway. Has a little seating area. We have a whole platform for a joke selling station and a gaming area. We have the only kitchen in the household part. Obviously, we had the bakery kitchen downstairs, but this is going to be the only kitchen for the household, so it's kind of big and kind of overdone. It has even a whole cookie station. We have a little computer in the corner. They have their own personal bar, a big dining table. And then you can look down in the bakery area here just because I thought it was super Pinkie Pie. And then you walk in, this is her restroom, you know, very Pinkie Pie colors. It kind of gives Fluttershy vibes as well, but I think they're kind of similar. So, not in personality, but colors. But I even have a little unicorn because, you know, My Little Pony. And then this is Pinkie Pie's room. Kind of an odd layout because we had to cover up those glitches there. But basically, you could walk in. There's a little couch and bed area here. We have one door here that goes into like a getting ready closet. So this is where like Pinkie Pie gets dressed. And then if you go back around, this is her party storage closet. So obviously the party supplies are kind of flowing out, and we have an over full party supply closet. I really think she would probably have shelves with even more party supplies, but I think this will do for now. I don't feel like putting shelves in that tiny little build. And then if you were to leave Pinkie Pie's living area, this is the party area. So like I said, very subtle from the outside, but then as soon as you walk in, bam, super party, ma'am. So you got the buffet table, you got the cake table, the entrance for the DJ. If you go this way, this is how you get to the dance floor. So, oh, I love the way the dance floor looks like this. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, and then these are the two bathrooms. So you got the pink wall with black floor bathroom. You have the black wall with pink floor bathroom. And then you have a little eating area here. And, of course, the outside party balcony. And that is everything that we did in this video. I know this is a super long video. I'm going to try to cut it down as much as I can, especially since I'm on super slow Wi-Fi right now, so I don't know how quickly I'll get this video uploaded. But I hope you enjoyed it. In the next couple of videos, and I'm swearing, I'm actually going to do it in the next couple of videos, we're going to finish this build so I can go ahead and wrap up all of my reviews that I want to do for businesses and hobbies. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this one here. I hope you like this build. I tried to very much make it fit into the environment, but still make it to their personality. But I'm going to end this one here, you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all awesome stuff because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. All right. Bye!